Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Here is the Premier League champion is going to do the intro for you right here. Go ahead.
Who, me?
Yes.
Who, me? Who the hell else is the champion?
Big up, everyone. Welcome to another episode. No. Sorry, not another episode. Welcome to the first episode of Footy Judge Mo with your new Premier League champions, Arsenal Football Club. Big up to all my gooners in the comments. Big up to all the Arsenal fans who are following Footy Judge Mo and all the other channels. This isn't a time to argue and debate and disagree on things. This is a time to celebrate. Every day, I'm gonna steal a gal's phrase here. We're going to release the Epstein files on rivals, right? This is going to be a dark summer for everyone, but it's going to be a good summer for us, guys. 22 years. Finally, we have done it. We sent that bald bitch Pep running out of this league. I actually respect Pep as a human being, to be honest, but I don't give a shit. This ain't no time for respect. We sent him out of this league. We made him run like the coward that he is. Yeah. We made Rodri cry. We gave Bernardo Silva the best farewell. Big up to all you Arsenal fans. Biggest club in London. I don't give a shit. Biggest club in England. I don't give a crap. Biggest club in England right now. Nobody gives a shit. Don't talk about the Champions League because they'll try to bait you into the Champions League. We ain't talking about that yet. For the next 1 week, we're only talking about the Premier League. Big up Arsenal fans. 14 Premier League titles. Bukayo Saka is a Premier League champion. Declan Rice is a Premier League champion. Gabriel and Saliba are Premier League champions. David Raya is the world's best goalkeeper. I don't give a shit what people have to say. Legendary keeper. Another 2-3 more titles and he'll be the best keeper in Premier League history. I don't care. I know I'm gassed. But we don't give a shit, yeah? And all these people who said, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Show your pictures now, yeah? Show, you know what else? One sec. Yeah. All the Arsenal fans, make sure you get your bottles, yeah? Because we're drinking good! We're drinking... Make sure you drink your bottles, yeah? Make sure you drink your bottles. Tell these City fans to bring their bottles, yeah? Come on, you gunners! There's your intro.
Big up everyone that joined us. Hit that like button, people. Big up to you. Congratulations, Ashraf. This is actually really that's a celebration of someone that probably have not seen a league title in 22 years. It's actually very do you think Man City fans celebrate it like this every year? No, they didn't. It's because they have. But big up. We're joined by Flawless. Flawless. Are you going to say that you're wrong? Mikel Arteta can get them over the line at the end.
Well, he got him over the line, so he got him over the line. Congrats to Arsenal. Congrats to Arteta. They did the business.
So he's a good manager now.
Yeah, he got over the line. Yes.
So you think because he passed the ball back and City didn't win against Bournemouth, because
he got over. You can do all the I's, cross all the T's. You get what I'm saying? You can do all the chemistry calculations you want and equations you want on the board. Arsenal won the league. You have to give Arteta credit for that. I'm not going to sit here and discredit him for that. I'm not going to talk about the PGMLO. I'm not going to talk about them getting favorable decisions. Yeah, I am very fair. I said if they get over the line, I will give them all the credit in the world. You have to be a good manager to get over the line and win the Premier League. I did not think Arteta was capable of doing so. He's done so. I'm not going to argue against the facts.
Do you think Arteta did anything special then? Do you think Arteta did anything special?
Yes,
or is it Pep? Or is it Man City faltering?
No, yes, but you have to take advantage of that. Same way Leicester did.
They won 1-0 against Burnley. They won 1-0 against. They won 1-0 against West Ham. 1-0 against Burnley. 1-0 against Newcastle.
Before you go, yes, 100%. But we've seen teams before Arsenal take advantage of the league not being the strongest. That's not Arsenal's fault. If Manchester City and Pep fall,
so you think Arsenal won the league because the league is not the strongest?
Say that again.
Do you think Arsenal won the league because the league is not the strongest?
No, I don't think Arsenal won the league because the league's not the strongest. I think they took advantage of a weakened league and did the business. That's what it was. They took advantage of that. That's not a shot at them. They took advantage of that. They set up very well defensively, and that's what's got them over the line in the end, is being defensively solid. But we've seen, Mo, me and you are similar ages. You've seen it. You've seen teams win league titles and win Premier League titles where the league's not the best. But who cares? I've seen United do both. I've seen United win the league when it's at its very best. I've seen United win the league when it's weak. Take advantage of that. I'm not here to take away from Arsenal and Arteta. They got over the line. Props to them. I'll leave the trolling to you and the devil's advocate to you. I'm
not playing devil's advocate. My point is,
I'm
not playing devil's advocate. I'm not playing devil's advocate. Let me respond to him. I'm not playing devil's advocate.
Your response is a word salad to his question. He said, do you think Arsenal won the league? I get what you're saying, because you can't say yes to that question because then you're undermining Arsenal. So that part,
yeah, and that's what he's trying to get me to do. I'm not undermining it.
I'm not undermining.
The league is weak, and eventually you agreed that the league is weak.
But the thing is, before Arsenal won the league, I've been saying the league's weak. This ain't nothing new. Whoever won the league is taking advantage of the league being at
flawless.
That's not. Let me clarify, because Mo trying to set me up here. That's not Arsenal's fault. They took advantage of that. That's why I call him Mr. Devil's Advocate. You can't trick me. You can't kid a kid.
No, that's the thing. Flawless. I'll tell you what Mo's trying to do, and I don't blame you, Mo, but I understand. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to basically drive the story of Arteta's always been a good manager. Him winning or not winning the league does not define whether he's a good manager or not. Maybe it defines whether he can get things over the line, which is where I will agree with Mo there, because I do apologize to Arteta, because in the summer I said I don't think he has it in him to take us over the line. Yeah. I am more than happy to be proven wrong there. That's the most delicious humble pie I'll ever eat. But was he a good coach before this league title? Yes, he was a good coach, because you don't challenge by being a shit coach.
Yeah, I don't think he was a shit coach. I just didn't think he was good enough to get over the line.
But I do agree with Flawless about one thing. I do agree with Flawless about one thing. We did challenge in the last 3 years, and there were times when City faltered, but we didn't take advantage. This time we took advantage. He deserves credit for that, Arteta. He finally got it over the line. I'm happy to say I was wrong about him not being able to get us over the line. He's finally done it. And you know, the best part is, and I know we'll discuss it later, maybe not in this stream, maybe Mo has a plan to discuss it some other time. I think this also gives belief to the players and the manager himself that we can do it in the Champions League final. Yes, we're not favorites. Yes, PSG are the favorites, but we are champions.
I'm going to discuss the Champions League next week in this show.
Yeah, exactly. I was not going to go into
platform,
details,
people.
I'm just saying,
this show, I want to discuss 2 points, and I want people to get involved with this. 2 points. If you didn't think that Arteta is a good coach, Arteta didn't play yesterday, right? Arsenal didn't play yesterday. Man City played yesterday. And Arteta didn't set up his team yesterday to play football. Arteta didn't set up his team against Everton to play at all, by the way. And if you, like 3 weeks ago, said that I don't think that Arsenal have it in them to beat Man City because of the goal difference, because Man City are going to score more goals, it's still the case. Arsenal still scored only 1 goal against Newcastle, only 1 goal against West Ham, only 1 goal against Burnley. It's still the same. You're not you, Flawless. I'm sorry. I was using you, Flawless, and I know I respect your opinion. You don't understand how much I respect you. I met you in real life. I met you in real life, and you know my opinion on you.
Yeah.
Because I think you're a great debater. Actually, I think you're one of the best YouTubers out there in terms of debating.
That is unfortunately very true.
It is. It's since I met this guy, he's been one of the best ever. Like, seriously,
over a 2-year period.
And he's a very respectful person in real life, like a very respectful person as well in real life, right? I want to say something about the Arteta conversation. I am someone who 2 years ago had an argument with Flawless about is Arteta a good coach or not, right? My problem with this is that Flawless has always said he's a good coach. His questions was, can he get it over the line in pressure moments? He's a good coach. He set up his team well. No one can argue this. My problem is with the people that are saying that Arteta isn't a good coach. They don't agree with his method. They don't agree with his coaching. They don't agree with his talent ID. They don't agree with everything. Him winning the league because City drew to Everton and drew to Bournemouth, it doesn't make his coaching any better. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't. Because Pep Guardiola's coaching doesn't make Arteta's coaching better, right? What I mean by this, Arteta still didn't do the business that you, not you, the fans thought and said, Arteta isn't going to get goal difference. We fumbled. We already fumbled. Arteta isn't going to win the league. Arteta isn't a good coach. Well, he still isn't a good coach in your opinion because he still only won 1-0 against weaker opposition, but City didn't do the business. So in my opinion, the people that didn't think that Arteta is a good coach shouldn't change their opinion because Margay, he passed the ball back. Because City drew against Brentford.
Okay, well then Mo, is the presupposition of your opinion that City bottled
it? In one game, yes, as much as Arsenal did it against Aston Villa 2 years ago. And here is my opinion. And you know, I'm very consistent about this. You know
Everton game.
Yeah. You know why I think that I am very consistent in my opinion, right? In my opinion, very consistent. Because I said that Inzaghi is a very good coach at Inter, but he bottled it last year. He bottled it.
And those things can happen. Here the thing is though with City dropping points, Arsenal had to be in the situation to take advantage of that. Arsenal conceded the least amount of goals. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, won the most games, and of course they accumulated the most points. Therefore, he did something I didn't expect him to do, despite because Arsenal picked, yes, as much as we'll sit here and say, all right, City dropped points at Everton, City dropped points here. There's games I thought Arsenal would drop points and they didn't. They got over the line. That's credit to him. You have to credit Arsenal and the team for doing that. They won more games than I expected them to. I didn't think they'd go and beat West Ham. I didn't think they'd recover from the City game when they lost but they did. They recovered well, and like you have to give Arteta credit. He got over the line. I always say when you win the Premier League or win the Champions League, that levels you up in my estimation because it's very tough to do. Because if it was easy to do, every manager would do it. Now the question for them is, can he go again? Can he? Because if he wins it back to back, that's a whole different conversation. Can he do it 3 times? Does he do it 3 times?
Now I'm gonna. Now the second part of my, which is I want to discuss. I'm saying just to set up the
one thing on that last part. Just one thing on that last part.
I'm not moving on from the conversation, but I want to set the point.
I was just going to say a quick line. The biggest evidence that Arteta deserves that praise for finally getting it over the line is when we lost to City. Most people and everyone here, I think, said that City are probably going to win the league. The fact that we went on to win every single game after that, the only Premier League team to do it, and not concede a single goal, that actually shows that the mentality developed for Arteta and the team to be able to get it over the line. Because in other seasons, we might have not won against Newcastle. We might have not won against West Ham. We might have not smashed.
Yeah, we are not getting most point. Most point is Gay passing it back to the Everton player and City bottling it does not make Arteta suddenly a good coach.
Nobody spoke about good. I never even said the word good. I said about getting it over the line. You can be a good coach and not be able to get it over the line, which is what Arteta failed to do the last couple of years. Why I'm saying Arteta now not only is a good coach, but he also knows how to get it over the line.
One second. Did Arsenal get over the line more? Let me ask Mo a question. Did Arsenal get it over the line or did City fumble it? You have to answer this, Mo. And you cannot say both.
He wanted to say both. You know each other
No,
well.
It can be a bit of both, but which one is more? Which one is more? It can be a bit of both. But which one is
Did
Say that
Arteta
again,
get
I'm
it
sorry.
over the line or did City fumble it? We need the Mo opinion.
Arsenal did the bare minimum at the end, and City fumbled.
Mo, that's not that answer.
But here's the thing
You
with
said
that.
both.
No,
I
but
want
that's, I'm
to
gonna
be
tell you.
honest.
I'm gonna tell you.
Which one is
why.
more? Which one is more?
No. I think City fumbled more.
Okay.
How? Okay, that's also a bit crazy now. Come on. Now
I
you're
can
going to
explain.
L extreme.
But
They dropped
How
points in
is that?
2 games that they were...
Guys, when I'm
a
asked
point-
a question and you ask how, you have gotta let me explain. I'm gonna let you guys.
that's such a wind up.
It's so funny because Mo literally does the opposite. Mo asks a question, and before you answer, he says, "Are you saying because Pep Guardiola is this?" And before the person answers, he goes like, "Because if you are saying that Pep Guardiola," and now he's saying that we are doing the same thing to him. You know, it's Habib al-Fadl. Sorry, I'm hyped. I'm a champion, so I'm
You're
hyped. Go on.
supposed to be hyped, man. Congratulations.
By the way, you're a guest. You can talk now. Go ahead, and then I will respond.
Big up. But no, answer. I'm actually curious to know your thought process.
Okay, simply, I actually don't think that Arsenal already were ahead of City, and they fumbled by dropping points against Wolves and all these teams, and they get City closer, and also losing to City as well when they had a good game. They allowed City back in. The fact that City got into the same points as Arsenal, for me, Arsenal already at that time they fumbled, right? I was expecting City to drop points anyway, right? I told Sam this, by the way. I said that this might not go to goal difference. I said that if City look like they can win all their games, however,
To
the
be fair,
fact that
I'm the one that believed in the goal difference.
the fact, guys, and people need to open their minds a little bit when we're explaining this. Arsenal didn't win emphatically against West Ham, didn't win emphatically against Newcastle, didn't win emphatically against Burnley. Arsenal did their job only by winning 1-0, hoping that City will drop points. Remember, after the Newcastle game, a lot of people actually said that Arsenal should have scored more goals. Arsenal should have opened up. Arsenal should have gone for 2-3. Because as of now, the fact that City, no one expected City to fumble 2 games, one game, let alone 2 games. That's why Arsenal did their job by winning their games 1-0. And I think that's the bare minimum. The bare minimum that Arsenal could have. After the City. Okay, let's start by saying one thing. Since the Arsenal lose to City game, at that time it equaled. Points tally equaled, right? Everyone said it's going to go to goal difference, right? At that time, City had momentum, Arsenal didn't. Arsenal bounced back and won all their games until this moment, and City didn't. So for the facts are, City caught up to Arsenal, and then they fumbled. But Arsenal just did their job.
They did, but what you're talking about is more stylistic points, and that's a whole different conversation. If people want to talk style,
I was going to agree with flawless
goals, at attacking and everything like that. Here's the thing: there's never been a title race in Premier League history that's been close, where the team who finishes runners-up hasn't fumbled at some point. So just to say, because Guehi
Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool.
No, when it's been close, I'm talking about
Liverpool twice didn't fumble.
Liverpool when?
97 and 92 didn't
They
fumble.
did fumble.
City were
They
great.
dropped that. No, they did fumble because they dropped that.
92, they did fumble.
They
97,
did
I agree,
fumble.
but 92,
That's
they
my
did
point.
fumble. Of
They
course
did
What do you
fumble
mean?
because they dropped points. One of the seasons they dropped points, I think, to Brentford. They drew at home.
So both can
And
be
another
true.
time
Then if that is your case, Arsenal did the bare
that's it.
minimum and City fumbled.
That's if you want to do that to downplay Arsenal's title race and say they title winning side.
I'm
and
not
say
see
they
the
did
difference
bare
between you.
minimum. I'm with
I
it,
am
man.
not
I'm with you, Mo,
I'm not
man.
downplaying. See,
You wanna downplay.
fair. I am not downplaying.
You are
Arsenal
downplaying
title.
it.
Arsenal did their job. For Arsenal to
imagine-
win the
Mo,
league. Okay, guys. Okay, let me
Imagine
just ask
somebody
you.
tells you,
For
Go on,
Arsenal,
go.
from the City game until now, for Arsenal
Go.
to win the league, City had to either not win a game or fumble a game. Is that correct to say?
Yeah, but they fumble games.
That's
before
what
that.
happened.
But they fumble games before. But I like how you say.
And
the
we
bare
didn't take
minimum.
advantage, and we were not
Let
able
me-
to
let
continue
me-
winning.
okay.
You want to downplay
Flawless.
them
Let
now?
me- I want to convince
Go.
Mo with the stylistic thing.
Go
Here's why I think Arsenal got it over the line. but we don't notice it is because it wasn't sexy. That's it. I don't think City fumbled. I think Arsenal got it over the line, but they got it over the line in their way. They didn't get it over the line with a Salah hat-trick or a Kevin De Bruyne tying his shoelaces. They got it over the line with a Gabriel block and a Raya save. They did it the Arsenal way. So that for me, Arsenal winning 1-0 away at West Ham is my example of them getting it over the line. Because that's the same game 3 years ago in their first title race where Bukayo Saka missed a penalty and they ended up not getting over the line. So they did it in their own style, in their own fashion. The reason why we say it this way more, I think, and I'm not projecting your opinion, I'm just saying the reason why we might be saying this type of shit is because Arsenal didn't do it in a sexy, beautiful...
No, I think I'm going to discuss this, but there is Martin wants to join. He wants 2 minutes, and then we got Chez. Just Martin, go ahead.
Yeah, apparently Chez is more important than me, so I'm going to be quick.
No,
but
Chez
I just wanted to come here.
Chez asked before you.
Say hi, Flawless.
Big
Hi,
man.
Ash,
Hi, guys.
boys.
Hey, Mo, I'm flattered.
I just wanted to get a little apology from Ash. I think I might have missed at the start. Did you say something nice about Arteta already?
Yeah, you missed it.
I missed it. Can you repeat it for me? I don't want to have to go back.
I said it was the most delicious humble pie, that I was wrong about Arteta not being able to get over the line, and he's actually done it. So big up Mikel Arteta. Martin, I'm not thick-headed or stubborn. I've never called him a shit coach. Even when I wanted him out, I said he's a good coach. I'm not your league gunners on your north sides. I don't do this extreme opinion. Nor am I someone who's like, I will not change my opinion. It doesn't matter what evidence is in front of me. I don't do that crap.
No, it's fine. As long as you admit you were wrong and move on. I think that's important for people. But I also want to hear the same from Flawless, because I remember him giving me a lot of heat about believing in this manager and how I was such a deluded fool. What was it?
I didn't call you a deluded fool.
You said there was no progress with this Arsenal team and that I was like clinging on.
There's no way Flawless said deluded fool.
But I didn't call you a deluded fool. No, that's not in my... I'm not like that. I don't take personal shots. But congratulations, Arteta going over the line. I did not expect him to. I didn't see it on the horizon. Enjoy.
Well, good luck with your project. Thanks for your time, guys.
Congratulations, Martin. We'll get you on.
And yeah, up yours, Chez.
Yeah.
See you guys.
What the hell?
Going back to the conversation, I don't want to drag this conversation. I just want to say one thing. Anyone that says that Arsenal got it over the line their own way, you didn't, Sam. Number one, you didn't see City dropping any points in the games. You thought that City it will go down to goal difference. And I'm not saying that you were right or wrong or whatever. The reason why I'm saying City fumbled, because you didn't expect City to drop points like this. You actually expected City to win by 2-3 goal margins in the majority of their game that are allowed to, but they didn't. That's why I want to say, guys, that Arsenal, I'm not taking any credit from Mikel Arteta and the team. They won the league. You can't take any credit from them, even though there are some...
Anytime you hear bare minimum, that's taking away credit.
I actually think in the last 4 games, Arsenal just did their job. They didn't do the extra job that was supposed to be required. Okay, let me finish that point. Arsenal won their games 1-0, which is the bare minimum you can do in the title race at the end, hoping that the opposition, who is equal to points with you, will drop points.
But that's not true, because we slapped Fulham 3-0. Why did you skip that?
That's the only, which is why I said except for Fulham.
So what about the games before that?
You didn't say that. You just
Newcastle 1-0. I said that. Ashraf.
No, what about all the games before that?
Newcastle, they did play like shit.
Newcastle, yes.
West Ham, Burnley.
No.
West Ham,
no. Stop. West Ham and Burnley don't count, because the reality is Newcastle. I agree with you guys, but West Ham and Burnley, it was after City dropped points, so we didn't need to slap teams by 5-6.
Okay, why wasn't West Ham and Burnley an example? Let me ask you a question. Why isn't West Ham and Burnley an example of Arteta getting it over the line?
I can change my mind now. I can hold on. See now, Ashraf. This point completely slipped my mind that the Everton game was before you played West Ham, was before you played. So I get what
so now why isn't West Ham and Burnley
I actually now get the point of you didn't need to win by a lot of goals.
Let me ask you a question. Why isn't West Ham and Burnley in a prism an example of Arsenal getting it over the line, even though these are the type of games they fucked up before?
He actually admitted it is. He
No,
admitted it
both
is now.
games, like
Oh.
both games.
He doesn't
in
listen. He
both
doesn't
is-
want to listen. He wants. He doesn't want.
He did. Hussam,
No, I'm
Hussam, he
saying
admitted-
Burnley as well. I'm saying
He
even
doesn't-
Burnley.
Yes. Yeah, Habibi, he did. He said because the Everton game was
Momoa
before West Ham
trolling.
and Burnley, he said those two games now actually, yes, they proved
He's
that
the one that
Arsenal can
didn't
get over
listen
the line.
because I said in a prism. Just these two games alone, even not considering Man City.
I just said that. I just told Ashraf this.
Hussam, he just agreed before you started talking. He said West Ham and Burnley, he agreed.
Can I ask a question about this before I do the super chat?
And most
by the way, I want to ask
you.
a question about this. Number one, the second part of the show is that
Hey,
does
happy birthday,
Arteta
Hussam.
stay in?
Damn.
Does Arteta stay in? Open the door for other clubs. But in the same time, was Arsenal correct to stick to Arteta for that long? Even though a lot of you said that he should have been sacked last year or the year before,
Mo, do you know the problem is?
because go ahead.
I mean, finish off the question.
I said my question. You interrupted
What
me.
was the full question? Hindsight.
We
we don't revise history, innit? That's the only thing. Like Ash at the time saying I want him gone was very justified. Now they've
Yeah.
won the league. He now needs to apologize for a previous justified point. So
Which I
it's
did,
just
yeah.
It's
just
completely.
a
I completely disagree with this notion in football analysis. It's called revisionism. Your
No,
opinion at that
you
time.
don't actually, Mo.
I was about to say. I thought
Just hold on.
You're
Not
doing-
me. And it goes to the same point, Chez, that if you thought that Arsenal should have moved on at that time, your opinion at that time was based on your
Yeah.
facts and your like.
Based off your projection of the club at that point.
Okay, so
Exactly.
let me give you guys an
And the
example. Let me give
facts
you
we
an
had
example.
at the time.
I'm gonna
No,
give you.
for
I'm gonna
example-
give you guys. Can I
Alright,
say
go
one
on.
scenario?
Yeah, go on.
23-24, right? 23-24. Arsenal didn't win the league. The people that said that Arteta should be sacked and we will win the league the year after, that didn't change because 24-25, Arsenal didn't win the league. So Arsenal winning the league this season, it doesn't change their opinion after 23-24 because they
Mo,
thought that Arsenal should have won the league 24-25. That's what people think.
Okay, I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. I only wanted him sacked last summer because 23-24, even though we didn't win, we were still progressing. Every year we were getting closer and closer and closer. And for me, that was good enough to say he will get us there sometime. Last summer, when he didn't, in my opinion, we regressed last season, which is why, based on the evidence and facts I had at that time, I said he's regressed us. I think now it's time to sack him and move on. That doesn't mean he's not a good coach. It doesn't mean he didn't do a good enough job with us before. He did do a good job. He built us from wherever we were, but it was time to move on. Which is why I agree with what Ches said. Now, a year later that he's won the league, it's okay to say, yeah, damn, we got it wrong. By the way, this is not the first time I wanted him out. I wanted him out in the 21 season, which is his first full season, when we finished 8th and we were horrible and we lost to Villarreal in the semi-finals and it looked disgusting, right? And I said, oh, he should be gone now. But he didn't. He stayed, and next season he progresses to 5th, even though people say we bottled top 4, but we're still
That's
progress.
why I like Mo's quote when he says it doesn't make you a better manager or worse manager. Like Mark Gahey passed the ball back to Barry, meaning people who are slow. Like the factors you can't control, going away or not, doesn't change how you perform. Do you get what I mean? So if you perform to a high level and those around you drop and you win something, doesn't mean you didn't deserve it. It doesn't also mean that the opposition didn't drop the ball also. You know what I'm saying? So it literally...
That's what I want to say. Like, people that say I'm Arteta in now because he won me the league. It's kind of weird.
This is
Mo, if
most
you're an
point
Arsenal
using a
fan who
different
wants to
manager.
vindicate it-
Klopp getting 103 points from 105 and winning 1 league title instead of 2 in the process. Had he won 2, it doesn't change the fact that he's fucking elite. For doing
Exactly.
103 out of 105.
Like,
that's his point.
If Pep dropped one, okay, I'm going to give you guys an example. In the 97 points, right? If one of the guys that's one game, Pep, had he had one penalty, if that guy missed, it doesn't make Klopp good or not in your eyes. If you saw Klopp is a good coach,
No, it makes him better though if he wins the league.
No, but
It makes
hold
him
on.
better.
But that's because of Pep
We
fumbling.
acting like adding trophies don't make him better.
No,
It makes
I
him
don't-
better. What we acting like winning league titles don't.
Yeah, but
So if,
that's
wait,
not-
wait. So if Klopp has 2 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues,
It
we don't
makes
look at
the
it like
resume
better.
better, but it shouldn't change it. It makes the resume better. There is an argument. So
And that's
here
what we did
now
runners off.
I'm playing devil's advocate. It makes you better because sometimes, especially for Mikel Arteta, that first title is always pressure. I believe that Arteta now is going to be a better coach because I think the pressure is off his shoulders. That's
maybe,
the argument.
but
Yes.
what I'm
But
saying is
Jurgen
trophies
Klopp,
do
but
actually-
Jurgen Klopp didn't have that. Jurgen Klopp already won titles before that.
Yeah, exactly. So, we already looked at him like a very good manager, Mo. We already knew
I
he
don't
was
know
a
what's.
very good
my
I don't know why you're
point
bringing
about
that up.
Because guys, Sam's point is very simple. Jurgen Klopp getting points. Other teams like one at Pep slipping or another guy missing a penalty shouldn't change your opinion if you view Klopp as a good or a bad manager. That shouldn't change your opinion.
Good or bad,
So
yeah.
basically, if I
Wait.
inserted Jurgen Klopp into Liverpool last season and we got 103 out of 105 points, we will 100% have had 2 Premier League
It's
titles.
114, but okay.
Yeah,
I
so
get
we'd
you.
have
I
had
get
2
your
league
point.
titles.
Guys,
that's
My
the
point
most
about guys, I'm going to say that
example,
statement
Mo,
and then stay
your
silent. I'm going to say that statement and stay silent. The people that say, now I am Arteta in because he won me the title. Well, Arteta didn't play yesterday and you still thought you're going to crumble against Crystal Palace and you still, bro, and you still thought that you're going to lose against Crystal Palace or draw. Arteta didn't play and Arsenal and Declan Rice didn't play yesterday and Saka didn't play yesterday. For Saka to be world class in your eyes, if you're a rival and Arsenal fan, Saka didn't play yesterday. And just before Man City played Bournemouth, you thought that Man City would win and you're going to crumble against Crystal Palace. So don't change your opinion about Arteta now being a good coach. And I'm not saying anyone shouldn't celebrate. You can celebrate whatever, right?
That's fair.
It's you.
Mo, you're
But
doing
don't
weird
change your opinion
extremes,
today and
Habibi.
say, well, Arteta went from 24 hours ago being a shit coach, gonna crumble against Crystal Palace. Now he's elite, one of the best ever. Well,
Yeah, that's
Arteta
too-
didn't
that's
play
too
yesterday.
strong.
Yeah.
That's
Mo,
too
I
much.
think
He's just saying
I think
same
what
energy.
Extreme point. You didn't need to go to extreme.
Mo,
point.
I
You
think
get
where you're doing a bit extreme is
Yeah.
your point only works. Your statement only applies to people who said he was just shit coach before and now he's become a good
He will
coach.
never
That I
do
100%
this. He will never win us the league. he
No,
will never
no.
get us anything.
Wait.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd win in the league. I said that.
Wait. Your
I mean,
point.
you were
Your
fair to say
point
that, Flores,
works.
but that was
If you
said
said
that.
if someone
No.
if someone
Let
Mo,
Ashraf
let me
talk
land,
and then
let
I'm
me
going to
land.
let Ashraf finish and then Flawless.
Yeah.
There's a very difference between you and other people and I'm going to tell you what.
Fair.
Flawless.
Okay, fair enough.
Your point applies to people who said, and I'm pretty sure they exist. I'm pretty sure there are people who are like that, who said he's a shit coach because he hasn't won anything, and if he wins, then he becomes good. That I agree. That's stupid. You don't go from a shit coach to a good coach overnight. I agree with that. But
Yes.
the point you're mentioning when you say, oh, you didn't want him out, or you wanted him out, and now you want him in because he stayed, that's a completely different argument. Because I can say I wanted him out because he's a good coach, but I don't know if he has it in him to get us over the line. Which is, but now he's shown he can get it over the line. And as you just said 10 minutes ago,
Thank
5
you.
minutes ago, you
Thank
just
you.
said he won a
That's
league
the
title.
flawless point.
Thank you. See,
Which-
that's Flawless, which is why I'm never against you and Flawless here. Flawless said, and you said, we think he's a good coach. He kept Arsenal challenging, he kept us out, but we think he crumbles under pressure. And you both said, once he get it across the line, I think he's gonna go on and be now the pressure is off. Flawless said he doesn't think that he's gonna get it over the line, not because he's a bad coach, because of the pressure. Now, Flawless's opinion is that he got it over the line, so the pressure is off his shoulder. But Flawless never said Arteta's a shit coach.
Yeah, I
His
didn't go that
tactics
far.
are shit. Ashraf, there are people that said that Arteta is never going to get Arsenal to qualify for the fucking Champions League because he's not even a good coach. These are the people that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Flawless saying, because you remember, Inzaghi, for example, at Inter, yes, he won a league title, but Inzaghi crumbled under pressure, right? But he was always a good. I never said that Inzaghi is a bad coach. But once you get it over the line, that pressure is off your shoulder. My opinion doesn't change, right? You are a good coach. But the point about other people, Ashraf, other people say that Arteta's not a good coach. Oh, he doesn't know tactics. He doesn't know how to sub players. He doesn't know how to lead. He doesn't know how to do all of this. You're describing a shit coach that has nothing to do with pressure. So why Gay passing the ball back and Man City crumbling change your opinion? That's a pressure point. That is not a good tactics point. You get the point, Ashraf, right? So I'm not talking about your Flawless. I'm talking about the people that say now, I'm now Arteta and he's great. No, he wasn't great. He didn't play yesterday. You didn't watch Arsenal play yesterday to change your opinion. You still think it's shit.
Yeah.
You guys get the point, right?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Because I'm seeing now people saying he's elite now. Well, he wasn't. He didn't
Yeah,
play yesterday.
look,
you to change your
I'll be
opinion.
honest. One league title don't make you elite, and I wouldn't say Arteta's elite because I think we saw
Yeah.
for 5 years out of the 6 that with whatever he had. And I'll give him, to be honest, I'll give him the first 2 years because he didn't have his squad. By that third year, he had near enough all of the players he wanted. If not, he had all of the players he wanted. I think this summer coming in, the difference was Berta coming in and adding those final pieces of the puzzle that gave him the weapons and the tools necessary to go deep into the title fight and sustain that momentum whilst other teams were dropping points. I think what also needs to be said is why I resonate with what Ash has said before so much about Arteta is I actually think a lot of the times, and I said this before, I think in both ways, Arteta won this title or the players won the title in spite of Arteta at times, because there were times when he was playing at times, the players won the title in spite of him, because there was times in games where he was making the wrong substitutions, he was playing the wrong players, and he was hesitant to use certain players as he should have done. Great example is not dropping Zubimendi sooner, is not bringing in Miles Lewis-Skelly sooner, is not helping Gyökeres sooner, is not releasing Eze sooner. Doesn't matter. I've said this before. Doesn't matter what you think you're buying a player for, how you think you're playing a certain style. If you buy a player like Eze to do damage like he does in the final third, you let the guy be free and do what he does. Okay? And he didn't do that. Now, also, you can say that there were times when Arteta won games along the way in this title in spite of his own players, because we had so many struggles with the front three not being able to convert chances and score goals. And he has to be given credit for that. I made a video right at the beginning of the season actually saying Arsenal need to get rid of Arteta now because they're never going to get it over the line with him. I will also, hands up, say I was wrong now, but I'm not going to say I was wrong then, because back then the question marks were still rightfully so over Arteta's head. However, we have to give huge congratulations to both the players and Arteta, because and to be honest with you, the club for having the nerve to stick with Arteta. Because the truth is, had Arsenal not been in such a dire position whereby Emery had failed and so many people wanted Wenger out, Arteta may not have been given that time to even show what he was able to build. And respectfully to Arteta, a lot of the Arsenal fans, I wouldn't put Ash in this, a lot of the Arsenal fans need to apologize to Arteta because they wanted him gone before the time. It was the club that believed in him who believed in himself, and the players that gave him the opportunity to prove himself again. So there's a lot of Arsenal fans right now going to take shots at other people. You need to be quiet and you need to have a long look in the mirror and check yourself. Don't come at nobody else. So there's lots of moving parts to this. So I think it's great. I respect Arsenal. I actually love this for them, because I think I've said this, like, it's been like a thing hanging over the Premier League for years, and it's actually become tiring. Like, it's been a tiring conversation. Can they do it? Can they do it? Can they do it? I'm glad now we can just say, yes, they're title champions. Now let's have normal conversations about Arsenal again. Next season, we can go into the season and go, look, if rivals say they want them dead, it's not wrong to say that. They're champions. So this is what comes with the territory. Heavy is the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Do you see what I'm saying? Equally, it's now like, cool. Now Arsenal won. Everybody's going to buck their ideas up. Because the truth is, I don't think anybody thought the Whipping Boys would ever do it. Now they've done it. Everyone's going to go, crap. I need to get my in gear. So cool. This is actually really good for the Premier League long term. And the final thing I'll say on this is, look, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're calling Pep a bum. Bro, just be honest with yourself. You're mad because he dunked on you for years. No one can ever delete or erase the legacy that man has.
Nah, I agree. He's a bum, man. I'm with the Arsenal lot on that.
He's an absolute bum.
You're United, in it, Flawless.
He ran away like a pussy.
I get it. No, because I hear it. Because I don't think I've ever seen a coach, like, for me, this was probably Fergie, whereby, like, the guy dunked on Arsenal and Liverpool so many times and for so long that he actually did ruin the league. He was making it untenable. He was making us look at our own clubs and go, why are we not perfect? When perfection is never what we've asked. If our teams won a league title on 85 points, 83 points, 81 or 70, we accepted it because we won the league. All of a sudden, we started saying if we can't get 90 points, it's not good enough. I'm glad this is a reset. So big respect to all these teams that have done their business. For me, I'm going into next season just going, look, I just want my club to be on top again. If they can do it, that's my hope. But respect. Everyone get their licks in now. And Arsenal, celebrate. While you're up, you got to celebrate.
Listen, all I know is we are the first team to stop this bald fraud from doing back from going. We're the first team to force him to go 2 seasons in a row without winning a league title. So hey, big up to Arsenal. They retired Pep Guardiola. That's the narrative we're gonna keep running. We we retired him. No, but honestly, big respect to him. And I will say this: look, while we're obviously in the euphoria, I completely understand if Arsenal fans just want to say things that are delusional, which is absolutely fine. It's our time, it's our moment. But later, when we come down, we have to also understand the same way how we're saying those who got it wrong are admitting they got it wrong and are saying, yes, we got it wrong. We also have to be balanced and say not everything we said that was wrong was wrong. If I said he had major tactical issues in the middle of the season, or Asquez said some of the changes he didn't make, or some of the lineup selections, or some of the playing style that was bad in certain games, now that he won the league title, it doesn't mean that those decisions were correct at the time. They were still wrong, but he rectified it himself later, and he ended up getting it over the line. And he deserves
let me ask you a question based off what you said. Do you
Yeah.
think Liverpool won the title in spite of Slot last year or because of Slot?
I think no. That's a tough one. I don't want to give him so much credit to say that they won it.
I'm gonna make
because
your
of
life
him.
easier. Let me change
That's
the question
tough.
in a way where you get numbers, so I'll make it more fair to you.
Okay.
Slot, Salah, the rest. Give me percentages.
Percentages, Salah is like 60-65%.
Okay.
Slot is maybe like 20.
Okay.
Yeah. So at
But that's
85, the rest of the squad 15. And I
Okay.
say that because truthfully, the 20-25%.
Now do the same for this season, but because
Arsenal.
and this is fair. Ashraf, don't get mad. It's the truth. Because there is not one like unreal standout player for Arsenal.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
whole
yeah,
squad
yeah.
is, like, very good.
Yeah.
Just tell me players. Arteta. Give me percentages.
I think
Players,
there is, but anyways. go on.
wow, players, I'm saying I give them probably like, cool. Same thing for Liverpool. As a whole, 60-65%, maybe 70.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that's in spite of Arteta, though.
No, I'm not. By the way, that's what I said.
Arteta is 40% or 35% of why they won the league. That's still a very high percentage.
No,
for
very
why they-
high, very high. And by the way, that's why I said both things can be true in that they both, at times in this season, won things in spite of each other. As in, Arteta was setting them up in certain games whereby they have all the necessary opportunities to take advantage of the game. They weren't. Because mentally they were not there. This is why this Arsenal title is so beautiful, right? Because actually, to be fair, in the past couple of seasons, Arteta has set
How are
them
you
up.
saying this is a Chelsea fan? It's crazy.
No, because also I'm a football fan.
Because he's
And
unbiased.
actually-
He's unbiased.
And actually, to be fair
I
to
know, I actually
Arsenal,
like working with
I
questions,
kind of wanted them to win it for the sake of being like, you want somebody to have this narrative where it took you 5-6 years, you never quit. You got it done in the end. You don't want
That's right.
I don't want this what happens at Chelsea. I don't want 2-3 years quit. 2-3 years quit. It's not right. It's not good for football. So for me, what is actually beautiful is that Arteta for 5 to 6 years built this squad. He's got to that 5th year, and like Ash said, he fumbled it last year. Fumbled it. Him and the squad fumbled it. I think this year perfectly was set up whereby rivals were not at the races. Pep, to be honest, I think he's still missing his wife. I think part of the reason why he's quitting now and not quitting in 2-3 seasons time is because he's got to go and fix that relationship. He can't keep
This is
scratching his
crazy,
head
bro,
and
honestly.
texting his wife saying, babe, I miss you. It's either come home now or don't come home at all. Right? You got Chelsea just fumbling all the money and all the players in the world. Liverpool deciding that they want to have civil war between Slot and Salah, and really only one person wins in that situation because it can't be Stocks. He's not been there.
Can I ask you
long
something related to
So-
this? Do you think City have improved or not over last year? Can I ask
No,
you
no.
that?
They've gone backwards. They've gone backwards.
Over last year.
They've gone backwards. Even from last year, they've
See,
gone
I
I
backwards.
think
had
this is
one minute
I think this is
From
completely
last
wrong.
season, they definitely improved. 100%.
See, guys,
they
I
improved last
I
season.
did a video about this morning, right? City this season have not gone 1-12. City have improved their squad. City have spent tons of money to improve over last season. City
My
have
problem
improved
with
$500 million.
Chris's argument is the following.
So it's not true. City have actually improved this season.
Let me just say this, yeah? This is my problem with Quest's argument. Let's use facts, not any of our opinions. City were 2 points behind Arsenal. They proceeded to sign Guehi and Semenyo. They're now 4
Yeah.
points behind. So
Yeah.
City
you're saying they've
were
gone-
already there,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
they went
yeah.
and signed one of the best centre backs in the league and the best winger in the league. By the way, still even at the end of the season, best winger in the league is probably Semenyo, and they didn't get it over the line. So even with spending money and even with doing what they did, I think City have improved. Yes, Liverpool fell off a cliff. And by the way, I don't even agree with flawless.
City
I
were
know he-
trophyless Osam last season. City won 2 trophies this season. Another
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
gonna
we,
use that. I'm not
And
gonna
they
use that
have
as a
more
barometer
points.
because I don't use domestic trophies.
they have
for a
they
club
have
like
more
this.
points, but there's this
Let me say
season-
this.
But it is,
I
it
disagree
is a
with the
barometer
notion-
of progress, no?
I disagree with the notion
Of course,
that
of
the
course.
league is weak to begin with. I think the league is becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and more ridiculous. Yesterday's game, Bournemouth against Man City, you know why we cannot say Man City bottled it? It's because Bournemouth could have won by 5 goals.
Yeah. And
David
they've beaten
Brooks alone
countless of
missed
good
like
Yeah,
teams.
3
Brooks,
sitters.
the
Just David
idiot.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Yesterday, David Brooks hat-trick by himself, just one Bournemouth player. And all this, what we're seeing right now is a result of, and people will say, you're doing in Liverpool. It's the truth. It's the result of the Pep Klopp era. Because the Premier League was dying, you know, in terms of like, you know, the bottom teams, in terms of like the bottom 10 teams and shit. They were trash. Let's be honest. I went and I showed them Newcastle from 10 years ago. Jack Cole back and all this, like, let's allow it. Like, let's not act like any of them would have made a PSG or a Madrid team. Now we have Bournemouth centre backs going to PSG, Real Madrid, their winger going to Man City. You've got their left back going to Liverpool. Bournemouth. Who the fuck are Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Respectfully, they were in League 4 like fucking 10 years ago.
Hussam, you have
Bournemouth are a
stronger
nothing club.
evidence than this.
So for me,
You have-
1 second. And on top of this, today in 2 hours, Villa are going to play European final. Next
Exactly.
week, Crystal Palace are
Crystal
going to play a
Palace.
European final.
Yeah.
Arsenal are in a European final.
Forest
All of
were in a
these things are
semi-final.
happening. I think
Yeah.
the league, what makes this league difficult is the following. Not the top teams. What makes the league difficult is now, I'm going to name teams, and I'll be honest with you, if you disagree with anything I say right now, you're just being edgy. I think all of these games, home and away, are difficult. Aston Villa,
Yeah.
Bournemouth,
Yeah.
Brighton, Brentford, Sunderland,
Yeah.
Newcastle,
Yeah.
Everton.
Yeah.
I'm at 8 teams that 10 years ago we didn't have this experience. 8 teams. Now let's do quick math. 8 times 2, 16. I just gave you 16 difficult games that got nothing to do with the traditional Big 6 clubs. I'm moving away rivalries. Like, by the way, no one wants to go to Goodison. No one wants to go to Hill Dickinson on a
Hill
Monday
Dickinson.
night or whatever it is. No one want to go to the Stadium of Light. No one want to go and play Brentford away and Brighton away. These are all shitty games that we all hate to watch our team be part of them. We hate to host Brentford. We hate to host Bournemouth. We hate to host Brighton. Ask Floods about Bournemouth at home. How many times they've given him hell. So yes, we all hate to play these teams. And that is the reason why the level of this league has increased. Because all the teams that were traditionally ass last season are like this. And this is my final point on it. 10 years ago, the traditional top 6 were also the top 6 in the league. Go look at how shit Liverpool were that season. That was Rodgers just before he got sacked. That was the Rodgers season. Go look at it. Go look at how trash some of the better teams were outside the ones who won the league that season and City. Go look
Yeah,
at
we
how
were
trash
10th.
they were. And the Big 6 were also the top 6. You want to know why? Because no one could break in. You know who finished 7th that season? Southampton. And people are calling for Pochettino to be manager of the season just because Southampton finished 7th. Now you go look at it. Villa are in the top 4. Brighton are 7th. Bournemouth are 6th. Brentford 9th. Sunderland 10th. And you can make a legitimate case for every single one of their managers winning manager of the year. No bullshit.
Can I ask a genuine question though? Because you know what I think is
Yeah.
funny, yeah. My
Let him- let him-
thing
let
is
him
maybe
question.
it's not even a question. This is just a statement. What I think is funny is perception is so interesting, right? You know, like those 10 teams or so, or 6, whoever 8 teams you mentioned. I feel like, and this is just my opinion. I feel like every single time Chelsea dropped points to a team like that this season, the response was not, "Oh, they're difficult teams to play against." The response was, "This is because Chelsea are bad." And then I've seen as the season's gone on, they've gone to then beat everybody else. Like when we lost to Leeds or drew to Leeds 2-2, everybody said Chelsea are washed. This is them finished. Then they went and got points against Liverpool. They went and gave trouble to it wasn't Man City.
Everyone
Who was it
gets
they gave
points.
trouble to?
They beat us.
Man
They beat
United.
They beat
They went and
United,
troubled them.
yeah.
Bournemouth troubled us at the start of the season. They went and beat Arsenal. They beat City. All these teams. So for me, this is why I'm going. It's interesting.
If you want to relate it to Chelsea, the answer is simple. When
What's-
last
yeah,
season
please
ended
tell
with
me.
Enzo Maresca, we all said Chelsea are going to take it to the next level, and you went on a downward spiral. That's the truth. And your club was wrong, and you agreed for sacking Maresca. And then
No. I don't believe that.
No. He didn't. We didn't.
I don't
sack
believe
him.
that.
He left.
Wait,
don't
you wanted
believe that.
Maresca to be
He left.
sacked?
No. I'm saying I didn't want him to be sacked, but I don't believe he was sacked.
Yes, he wasn't sacked. He left.
I don't
He wasn't
believe
sacked,
Guys,
yeah.
forget the semantics.
Yeah.
he was sacked.
Guys, can we
No,
go
but
on? I hate-
semantics
No.
matter in that
Let's
situation.
Let's not argue
The
the semantics.
context, Man
He
City.
was sacked.
Those
They left by
semantics
mutual
matter. Those
consent. He
semantics
quit his
matter.
job. Whatever it is. Maresca left because of disagreements with the board. Happy now?
Yeah.
So whatever it is, because of Chelsea going down the spiral from then, that's why
Yeah.
people criticize Chelsea.
I think
Yes,
both
I
realities
wasn't taking that,
exist. The
because I
only
wasn't
thing is,
taking that whole
I-
Maresca thing.
I think both realities exist of what Hussam is saying. I am leaning more towards Hussam's point about the league is stronger, mainly because of what's happening in Europe. Like even a team like
Yeah,
Spurs
yeah.
that's battling relegation
Can we
gave a
Europa League?
difficult game to the third best team in Spain. You look at West Ham that won the Conference League a couple of years ago. You look at Crystal Palace, as Hussam mentioned. Forest made it to the semifinals. I think the European competitions is proof that English teams are stronger, and that makes sense because there is parity in the spend of money and the power of the spend that the Premier League has versus the other leagues has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger over the last few years.
For sure.
Where I will disagree with Hussam slightly, but it doesn't actually negate his point. I just disagree slightly that I also think there are some big teams that have underachieved more than they used to 10 years ago. Like Spurs, for example, battling relegation 2 years in a row. Like Chelsea, I think being in the position they're in, despite spending a lot of money. United last season being in 15th, despite all the money they spent before. So I do think both exist because the reality is, as bad as Liverpool was in their banter era, they were never bottom half bad, right? Chelsea, as bad as they were, they had some moments here and there, were never bottom half bad. Even United, when Moyes took over and they had ups and downs, they never went out of the top 8. Like a bad season was 7th or 8th, which is considered a horrendous season. Now, if both seasons started, someone said United will finish 10th, everyone would have said, well, that's progress from last year, to be fair. It's not that bad. So I think both exist, but I do agree that Hussam's point probably stands out more because of what's happening in Europe. English teams are, for more often than not, a killing.
By the way, you
other
can have
European
both
teams.
things
And
be
it-
true, correct?
and they
Chelsea
are.
can be shit, and the other teams be good. Also,
And
No,
that's what
I-
I think it is.
No,
I
I
think it's
agree.
that.
I agree.
the other
I
teams
agree
are
with
good, and
that.
Liverpool are shit.
No, I agree with that, but I just
So
think
our
it's funny
standards were
because
shit. The other teams
I
are
agree
shit.
with that, but I just think it's
By the way,
funny because
that
it's
shit
also like,
team
at
Arsenal
the
couldn't
time-
beat, by the way.
I'm just
put
saying,
this
at
out
the
there.
time when we
It's
lost
this
to them,
guy.
everyone
Which shit
made
team?
out like
Oh,
losers.
Just put this out there. Even that shit team Arsenal couldn't beat.
This guy.
Shit, Liverpool, you mean?
Yeah, shit.
guy.
Liverpool,
Yeah,
Arsenal couldn't beat. The
I think
champions
all
couldn't
At
beat.
the Emirates and won at
But
the
there is things that can be true because I think
Mo.
English teams are the dominant teams in Europe. Yes, but
Mo
the
didn't need to say
European
that,
leagues
you
have
know.
also fallen.
Do you know what's crazy though? Can I just say
They've
this as
fallen
well?
off.
Yeah,
Go on.
about English teams. What's crazy?
By the way, your
is-
point is irrelevant, Mo, by the way, because 10 years ago, for example, we didn't beat Swansea home and away. So what does that mean? Like, it happens
What-
to a lot of teams. by
Come
the
on,
way.
man.
Do you know what's so
Mo's trying
scary
go,
to
man.
me about English teams? English teams are getting better and better with less and less English players. That's proper scary to me. Like that is an indictment on the English league. Like you would
Can
think
I
that you'd
disagree
be
with you,
producing
Quest?
more
I
and more
actually-
talent.
I
you know
actually
what I
think there's
mean?
more English talent now than 10, 15 years ago.
Really? Name in the
Hey,
in the
Ashraf,
Premier
if
I-
League.
If I remember your England team from the 2012 Euros and the
Lampard.
2014,
you're
That
going
was-
2012.
No,
No, but
no,
don't
no,
do
no, I'm-
2012, please, Ash.
that's why
That
I
was
said
bad.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I compare
Why
it
do
to
you
10,
think
15
worse
years
team?
ago,
Yeah.
you actually have some players now that are considered one of the best in their positions in the world, which you didn't have 10, 15 years ago. For
Yeah, but
example,
if you go to
like the-
2006, we had best players in their position across the world, like near enough in every position. You could argue.
I think they were.
You could
I think there were only three. I think there were only three or
What?
four that were the best in their position at that
Of course
time.
you
I
can
don't-
argue that.
Gerrard,
Gerrard,
No, you couldn't.
Lampard,
No,
Rio
you couldn't.
Ferdinand,
No,
John
you
Terry, Ashley Cole. Of
Ashraf,
course you
please,
can argue
please
that.
tell me disagree with that comment.
Ferdinand was.
Man,
I don't
mention
think
names
Ferdinand was a
like Eze and
conversation for
Palmer.
best centre back
Best
in the
in
world.
the
bro. Come
world,
on.
man said.
That's mad.
No,
So,
Ashraf,
okay,
if
add
you're
on
mentioning
2-3
best in the
years.
world, Eze and Palmer. What are we doing?
Just
here?
stop it. Yeah, this one.
No, I never said Eze and Palmer, but I'm saying. Wait. I'm saying.
That's the level of.
If you-
I know we're saying the league's improved, but individually,
Yeah.
come on, Eze and Palmer are not.
Can I
Right
take this
now.
actually?
No,
to a
no,
different,
guys, I
direction?
didn't say Eze and Palmer. I said.
This is bullshit.
I'm
Okay, listen,
referring-
let-
Not you.
I'm
saying,
referring
I
to
think
Yes,
reach-
hey, can I take this conversation to a different direction?
I'm
Action.
referring. One second, Habibi. Let me
Names
finish.
I'm
Every
getting
time I'm
listened
gonna
to.
make a
بلا
point, he comes
English
in there.
talent بلا خرا. English
I'm
time, my ass,
referring
bro. You won the
to-
league
I'm
with
ref-
Madueke, Eucharist, and Martinelli.
That's what I'm
Stop,
saying,
stop,
bro.
no, that's
Bro.
garbage.
I'm
That's
saying.
garbage. We didn't because Matt Wiki wasn't a
Seriously.
lot of us. Don't give me that crap. I'm referring
Rage
to
bait.
Bellingham. I'm referring to
half leg
Rice.
Saka,
I'm
bro.
1 second, Habibi. I'm referring to Bellingham, to
Bellingham,
Rice, to
okay.
Reece James,
Mo's
to
rage
Harry
baiting.
Kane, even
No,
Bukayo
no,
Saka.
this
I know
is
he's
more
had an
rage
off
baiting.
form, but up until last season, he was considered
This
one
is
of the
the
best.
more rage bait.
These guys are not shit. These guys are not considered one
No,
of the
I'm
worst.
not
They're
saying
actually
they're
one of the
whack.
best in
I'm
the
not
world.
saying they're whack. It's more just that I'm like, if you think about some of those names from back in the day, they legitimately are like some of the best players to have played in their positions in football.
Quest, I
Like,
think
no-
you're doing revisionism. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
no,
I don't think
don't.
Ferdinand was
When I
ever one
think
of the
about
best in
Rio-
the world in his
If I
position.
think, listen,
honestly.
if we're talking about Rio, bro, he's one of
In
the
the league,
best
yes, for
centre-backs
sure,
in
by
the
far.
game.
Ferdinand
What?
was never the best centre back in the
What,
world.
Ashraf?
What do you mean?
No. Quest, you're doing revisionism.
You're
Terry-
talking,
by the
hold
way,
on,
he
John
wasn't-
Terry was
hold
closer
on.
to being the best.
Let me
No,
finish. Let me
one
finish.
second.
Let me
He was
finish.
John
world
Terry was
class. He was
closer to
world
being the
class.
best
He was
centre back
world
in the
class.
world.
Let me
He was
finish.
world class for sure.
You're talking about a man, yeah, that reached 3 Champions League finals in 3 years.
Yeah.
In Rio
Yeah, but
Ferdinand.
that's-
and you're saying that
No, but-
he was just world class.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no,
man.
but that's
Come on, he lost out to Messi twice.
I can
Messi
wait,
twice.
I can prove to
How
you
did
that you're saying
Ashraf
I
get
can
to
prove to
distance
I
Ferdinand? How did we get here?
1 second. I'm not dissing him. I actually said he's one of the best. If not
Last
the
point
best
about
in the
Rio.
league.
I really
I
couldn't
can
care
prove to
fucking
you
less
that
about
your
Rio
point-
Ferdinand. There
I
is
can
Harry
prove to you that
Maguire
your
and
point
Lisandro
is-
Martinez to speak
I
about.
can prove to you that your point is actually wrong and horrendous. As much as I rate
All
PK,
right.
Horrendous.
PK,
Wow.
PK, when he was winning the World Cup and winning the Champions League and all that stuff, was never the best centre back, one of the best in the world. Neither was
Or Victor
Carvajal.
Valdez.
Neither was Carvajal. Neither was Jordi Alba, by the way. Neither was Victor Valdez. They weren't the best in the world.
But Carvajal wasn't Ronaldo, one of the best right backs in the world, and he was winning.
No,
No,
I think
was it?
Carvajal
2014,
revisionism is
2015.
insane to me.
Oh, 2014.
When he started
Carvajal
playing,
is
when he
an
won
average
the
right
four in
back.
a row.
Carvajal
he
is
wasn't.
an average right back. That's the truth.
It was Philip Lahm. It was Dani Alves. It was obviously years before that, like Zanetti or whoever it was. It was never Carvajal who was the best right back in the world or one of the
Carvajal
best.
for me is the Portuguese Pau Ferreira, Spanish Pau Ferreira. That's it.
Yeah, that's actually fair.
Similar thing. Can
In
defend a bit
2015.
good, can attack a bit good. Nothing special.
Carvajal.
Don't act like Carvajal is this elite player. He ain't.
He wasn't.
What?
Carvajal is the Spanish Gary Neville. Allow it, bro. Acting
That's
like
an edgy
Carvajal
take.
is
That's an edgy
talented
take.
Which is good.
footballer.
Which is really good.
Fine,
Which is
man.
really good.
Carvajal is literally just a good player. That's it. This is the problem with this trophy argument and trophy taxes.
Not
Oh,
even
Carvajal
trophy.
scored a goal in Champions League final against fucking
Not about
Dortmund.
showing scoring.
Vladimir
goals, man.
Switzer scored the goal
Whoa,
in
bro,
Champions League
we used
final.
to rate
but
these
Hassan,
guys.
you don't
We
remember
don't
this
rate
one.
it no
Who's
more.
from?
No,
Jimmy
I'm
no.
not
Traore
rating
had a
Carvajal.
goal line
Carvajal
clearance
is a
against
Ashraf, I hope
Shevchenko.
you're not agreeing with
Carvajal
that.
Let's make him a
one.
good
Carvajal
left
was
back.
very
No.
consistent. at what he did. I
Carvajal
know
is
you
a
don't
quality
rate.
football because we don't respect.
He
He's
was
not better
consistent,
than
I
Ronaldo.
agree.
Why? He was
Carvajal is not even a
consistently
good right back.
very,
He's
very good.
consistently that level.
He's
So why are we
nothing
downplaying
special.
consistency now? Are we downplaying
Because we don't-
consistency? Is that what we're going
We
to
don't
do?
rate
just a 6 out
consistency.
of
That's
10
why, man.
player. That's it.
He does nothing flashy. That's why,
Oh,
man. He don't
flawless.
do
Guys,
nothing.
Consistency doesn't matter
Guys,
on the player, yeah?
It's literally
Guys.
he's a 6 out of 10 player. Kyle Walker.
Guys,
Do you
guys,
think
guys,
Hakimi's
you
better
know,
than
you know how
Carvajal?
you can prove. You know how you can prove
Yes,
Carvajal
Hakimi
wasn't
is better than
consistently-
Carvajal. Of course.
Oh,
He's
100%.
clear of
100%.
Carvajal.
Yeah, that's not
Clear
even a
of him.
debate, by the way. That's not even a debate. You know how you can prove Carvajal was not consistently very good because he had a lot of injury issues that Madrid were trying to get rid of him. They played Lucas Vazquez.
Oh, so
who was
because
a
you're
winger.
injured, you're not good.
No,
You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
say
Just
that. I
allow
didn't
it
say
then.
that. I didn't say that. Quest, don't jump the gun. Relax. You and Flawless were saying he was consistently very good for so long. To be consistently very good for so long means you have to at least have to play a number of games for so long. Lucas Vazquez went from a right winger to a right back in a Champions League campaign because they didn't have Carvajal.
So
I don't
Carvajal
think
didn't
he
play
was like-
consistently for Real Madrid.
This is what I mean.
He didn't.
We- Listen,
he had a lot of
as well,
injuries.
yeah.
I'm
Remember,
looking at his
there's one
numbers he
thing
did.
there's one
I'm
thing
looking at
marking
his
players on
numbers now.
consistency.
I don't know
There's
about-
I'll
also
show you
there's
now.
also marking players based on you show up in the biggest moments.
I'm looking at his
That's
numbers.
also a thing. So we
Right.
I
can't
don't
just
think he
go,
showed up
oh,
in
man
all the
was-
big moments. I don't know why
Come
people
on,
are saying
every
that.
time Real Madrid
I'm
won
looking here.
something big in his time, he was there, bro. Come
Yeah,
on,
what would
man.
you
He
consider not
played a
being
hell of a
available,
lot.
Ashraf, by the way?
He had some.
Come on,
He had
what
some
we do?
seasons where he was
Ashraf, I'm
bad, but
checking
he
it
had
now.
some
So
seasons.
what would you
like-
consider not being available? Or like consistently available for your team?
I
I
think
don't
there
know
were a
what
couple
man
of
is talking
seasons
about.
where he missed like 70% of the season.
He had a couple. Yes, a couple. So these are appearances across across all. So this is him. So this is it when he moved 45, 43, 30, 41.
We can't talk about the Arsenal the whole stream, guys. I'll be
37,
real.
42, 15, 36, 45, 41,
Chris, they're probably
12
way-
last season.
Yeah, so
22 this
32,
season.
15, and 36 is super low out of a 60, 70
Yeah,
game season.
again across all comps,
Right,
but we just
he's-
excluding all the 40s.
Come on, bro. Come on.
And
We
now
just
if you
excluding all the
okay,
40s.
no, I'm not. But if you take Danny Alves, for example, okay, maybe that's a bad example because he's
That's a
not-
bad example.
Danny
yeah,
Alves is up there.
Yeah, fair,
Danny
fair.
Alves is-
If you,
Yeah,
if you take Jordi
ridiculous.
Alba, for example, if you take Jordi Alba,
Ridiculous.
you will. He's not ridiculous. He's a good left
No,
back.
no. When
but
I say ridiculous, like no, I'm talking about the level of those players, the fullbacks you're talking about. They're
yeah. I mean, you will
Alves
also
and
see like a
Hakimi.
lot of 40, 50 plus games every season.
Yeah,
That's what I
100%.
meant.
When I say ridiculous, like let
All
me
right,
clarify that. I mean, they're
Can I read the
ridiculously
supers
good.
now? Let me
Go
read
on.
the supers because
Yeah.
where is that Toby guy from yesterday? He's gonna be on the show tomorrow, and his dump list. Bring him, bring Vater, bring Kelm, bring Martin. I want to see them now, Mo. Also, Lee Gunner and his fake cornies are not allowed to celebrate. We got my man tomorrow, guys. We have 500 votes, and we only have 250 likes. Can we get the likes up a little bit? You know what I mean? Hit that like button, people.
50% conversion.
Happy birthday, Osam, my man. Check your DMs, bro. Someone sent you a DM. Osam, to check your DM. Big up Mo for staying balanced. Love from Islington. We try our best, but we are Arsenal Glazers. Shout out Flawless and the 4 Arsenal fans here. Fuck off.
Big up AD United fire.
Fuck up. How is the league been weak? Explain more. The denial stage is still loading in your head. Wake up from your nightmare, mate. Gooners from South Korea. Big up my man from South Korea. We actually explained this. We had a big
sick.
debate about it. So thank you for the super chat. We actually debated all of it. We presented an argument. Ashraf, Flawless, Osam.
Wait, can I just ask? Did people think I was saying the league was weak?
Yes, that's how it looked
Oh.
like.
Oh, I don't think the league is weak, so I don't know why people thought that. I was just saying that it's equally true that Arsenal won it when some of their rivals weren't there to compete. But I think that's fair.
Because that takes away from Arsenal. That's why.
No,
they
but it
don't like
doesn't.
that.
It doesn't though, because like you said earlier, Flawless.
Yeah.
Arsenal still have to be consistent.
Yeah. But
So
that's
whether
not in
it's-
their eyes because they want to win it and win it the best. That's why.
Oh,
even though you're
so
not
they
going,
want me to
even
say
though
that
you're-
it's the strongest it's ever been.
That's why, man. Because it makes them.
Oh,
look
my
better.
bad, my bad. Well done,
Happy
Arsenal.
birthday,
Strongest it's
happy
ever been.
birthday.
It is.
Stronger.
It is factually the most competitive
Yeah.
it's been
And-
since the
And
last
even
5 years.
though
Factually.
that's the case, even though it
Yeah.
don't matter, win the league.
Yeah,
Who
just
cares?
nice.
Exactly.
Happy,
I agree.
happy birthday, my bro.
Which we
Osam,
did.
more life to
Which
you.
we did,
Fraud.
Flawless.
Osam
Which
is
we
good.
did.
You did win the
I'm
league.
gonna leave this here. United is still the biggest club in the world. Yes. Yes,
In
you
the
are the
world.
biggest club in the world. 100% AD. Jamal is saying, Ash, remember you said every team who scores the most goals win the Prem?
I didn't say every team. I said more often than not. And
Yeah.
by the way, I still didn't change my opinion on that.
Ash, don't let
The
them
team
rattle
with
you.
the best attack. Yeah, the
you
team with the
said-
best
you-
attack.
yeah.
No, pick up Jamal. I Jamal comes a lot in the other streams and stuff. I said the team with the best attack more often than not wins the league in majority of the
true.
seasons, in like 95%, which is still factual. I don't know why that's
It
incorrect.
will bring me to the next point once I just do this. Quickly, happy birthday, my brother Osam. Genuinely glad I've been part of your community, although I'm going to do this when he comes back. Honest hypothetical question, guys. If Alonso or Liverpool new manager gets 6 years, 2033, but wins one major, is that them silencing critics for a manager of a big team?
Interesting question.
Yes,
that.
if they
question.
keep progressing. Yes, if they keep progressing and getting better and better. If they don't, then no.
Wait, what's
If they're
I'm-
up,
I'm-
down, then no.
Basically, he's trying to say is
the same process
Arteta
as well.
justified?
Yeah.
Because 6 years and one title, is that justified?
Oh, I'm confused, but I'm.
Well,
that's
she's
why I was
saying, would the
confused.
energy be the same if we did it from right now?
Yes, the energy would be the same for any
You're
of the
saying
big.
right now Chelsea's done Alonso and done the same thing
Yeah.
in 2033, won the
Yeah,
league.
from reasonable
if you-
fans, it would
I
be the same.
disagree with that
Yeah.
because what the hell? But
Yeah, if you spend big money and
What do
don't
you
win
mean?
anything, you're going to be under scrutiny.
no,
That's
he's
what
saying
it
for
is.
6 years from now, flawless.
Yeah. I'm saying if this was at
But-
United, if this was Liverpool, if this was Chelsea.
Wait,
if
so you're
this-
agreeing with this or
yeah.
disagreeing with this?
In regards to
I don't
what's
think
he
you
saying?
understand what you're saying.
So he's basically
I'm
saying,
confused.
does this silence the critics? Does this silence the critics of Arsenal, what they've done?
Does it
Yeah.
make it okay what Arteta's done over 6 years to be challenged
that's
to
a
win
whole
one
different
league,
conversation.
basically?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
see?
I see where
Yeah,
Flawless is
flawless.
going with
You
it.
have to break it down because
Yeah,
at
yeah,
first,
yeah.
I was
That's
like,
a
there's no
whole
way you can agree with that. I don't know.
That's
Ash
a
has to agree with that
whole
either.
different-
I don't think.
Here is my response to
Oh,
this,
different
Blaze. There is a difference between Alonso and Mikel Arteta. There is actually 3 differences. I'm telling you, that is why Alonso wouldn't get 6 years. Number 1, Alonso isn't tasked to come in and build a completely new team than the old one. Number two, Alonso isn't going to go 6 years against the best manager to ever play in league titles ever. Maybe the second if you count Alex Ferguson. So him and Alex Ferguson, it's very hard to beat him in a league, especially Pep Guardiola. The third one is this is not Alonso's first managerial job. Alonso already won a league title. So the expectations of Alonso is higher.
Be higher.
You can weigh you can weigh any one of them different, but the reality is if Pep Guardiola stays 6 more years and Alonso comes in, and Alonso was tasked to completely rebuild Chelsea from scratch, he might get 5-6 years.
Wow,
And I'm
so
not
we're
saying-
setting a very
okay, hold
dangerous
on. Let me just
precedent.
finish that point.
I'm listening to the
And I'm not.
standard.
Let me just finish.
I mean,
And I'm not saying that Arteta not winning is a success, but I understand the
wasn't,
6 years. I would. Let me give you an example. If Slot is sacked tomorrow, the next manager for Liverpool isn't going to be 6 years. So as Arteta, by the way, if Arteta leaves Arsenal tomorrow, the new manager of Arsenal shouldn't get 6 years. It should be 1 or 2 years, and now scrutiny starts, right? But because it's a different circumstances, because of the rebuild, all this stuff. And by the way, Carrick, for me, if he stays 6 years and Man United progress, I think it's fine. But also you need to remember that he isn't going, which is, again, it brings to the next question. That next part of the show is about, does Arteta winning the league and Pep leaving, should Arteta change or not change his style of play, number one? And does that open the door for the Man United to come and challenge? Chelsea with Alonso to come and challenge. Are these two teams now, because now we're going to know that Maresca's going to be City. Maresca's not more experienced than Alonso at Chelsea. And Man United need a lot of players. Chelsea have a core. Man United have a core. So that was going to be the question. Who has the door open to now, next season,
by the way, guys,
to go
most
and
of them
challenge?
I just want to say, if Carrick doesn't Arteta, I'll pull my hair out, but that's a whole different conversation.
I think we
But
all
you
pull
have
our hair out,
base.
innit?
You already have base. You
We
have
do
base
have base.
already.
But
Like
We all pull our hair
Arteta
out.
came
you
in
know that
and had
money
an,
is just no trophies. Nah.
Can I
You
just
really
say
get it
this
wrong.
quick as well before, because I got to go, but can I just say this? I think it's a dangerous precedent to set, to say context given, Arteta should be given more leeway, even though I understand it, because yes, he has been going up against Pep. I get that. However, twice or maybe 3 times the league has been in his hands. He's dropped it twice. So this is not to discredit Arteta. However, if we are now saying league titles going forward potentially mean less because they're not going up against Pep, that's a dangerous precedent to
are you
set.
saying that Arteta bottled the
No,
league?
no, of course not. Yeah.
Twice. Hold on,
I'm-
Ashraf. Are you saying that?
I'm saying twice when he's been ahead, he's dropped the ball. Yes.
Okay, so Man
fair.
City,
That's fair.
Man City this season, did they bottle it this season?
They
I
did.
don't think they bottled it bar the Everton game. So you can say they bottled one game, yes.
So did Arsenal bottle the league in 23-24, or only they bottled one game, which is the Aston Villa game?
No, twice they bottled the league because they were leading.
No, Arsenal were not leading.
No,
in
no, no, no.
23-24.
You're
It
now
was
you're
the
wrong.
opposite.
Yes, we were not
20
leading.
so 20
Only
okay,
once.
23-24.
23-24, they were
24-25
leading.
he was leading, yeah?
Okay, hold on. And no, 25 he wasn't leading. It was Liverpool all season.
It was Liverpool all season.
Sorry. The 2 years Arsenal were ahead, because I know you lot are.
There's
feeling
only
like
1 year
champions
that they
now.
were ahead.
Only 1 year.
You
Only
there?
1 year. We were
You
not
don't know
ahead
what
2
I'm
years.
saying. Flipping hell, you
Yeah,
know
only
exactly
1
what I'm trying to
year.
say.
No, we
listen,
don't.
No, but I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna
what
give you the
I'm trying to
context.
say.
I'm gonna give you
This
the
is what's so
context why I'm
frustrating.
fighting
No,
it.
this ruins the conversation.
No, I'm gonna give you the
lot know
context. No,
exactly
I'm
what
not gonna
trying
let
to
you do
say.
this.
What
I
I'm
need
trying
to
say,
give you the
I'm not doing
context.
nothing. I just want to say my piece and go.
Land,
You lot
land,
are
land.
ruining it. You're ruining it because you know exactly what I'm trying to say. My point being, when he had the chance, he let it go. I don't discredit Arteta for being in a position to win it, right? And completely fumbling it, other than when he had it in his hands. So if
Okay,
you tell
to
me
res-
Pep fumbled it when he had it in his hands, fine. But the
To
difference
res-
is, hold
I
on,
know how to
the
go.
difference is Arsenal were ahead by how many points this season? At one time.
9.
Almost
Seven.
11 at one
Seven.
point.
Oh,
So
seven.
9.
Most is
yeah,
seven.
yeah.
Cool.
Seven the
yeah,
most.
7, cool.
7 is the
So
most.
for me, I respect he got it over the line. If Pep was in Arteta's position and he had won it,
Yeah,
I
but
would
why
go,
are you
"Listen,
comparing
should've
Pep?
won it
Arsenal
before."
didn't hire Pep, Quest.
You know what?
Arsenal didn't hire
I can't
Pep.
be
I know
Yeah,
you
but
gotta go.
Blessings.
I know
Because you
what
get what I'm trying to
say,
say,
man.
innit? It's just
I
long.
get what you're trying to say. Yeah,
I know you gotta
yeah,
go.
yeah.
But big up,
boys,
Quest.
love.
We got Shez here. We're still gonna Alonso and Chelsea and all this stuff. Big up, my man.
Blessings.
I think City did bottle this season, by the way. I think they did because they were
I don't
favourites
think
to
so. I
win the
think
league at
City
some
bottled
point.
one game as well, and that's about it. Let me do.
You
Can
know
I read?
what?
Let me read this quickly. Who actually cares who's right and who's wrong to me, Ashraf? Ashraf has disagreed plenty of times. We're all Arsenal fans and we just won the league title. Let's enjoy it. Fair enough, Jamal. But there's discussions that are here. We are having debates because they're fun, because they're good. Like, I disagree with some of Ash's points, but asking for apologies is rich. Us winning doesn't make every positive fan 100% correct and vice versa. I agree with this.
By the way, I didn't. Honestly, I'm trying to celebrate. I could easily have cooked and destroyed Martin when he came because he said a lot of garbage in the group chats and in our streams before, which were factually proven wrong. But I didn't. I didn't say, "Well, Martin, will you apologize for these 3-4 things you got wrong?" But the point is, let's celebrate. Let's have a good time. It is a nice time. Let's have a let's.
I was
have it.
Arteta out. I was proven wrong. I apologize. Big up my man. Big from you. But you cannot compare 59 years old manager with 24 years of experience with a 44 years old with 7 years of experience. Klopp took 3 different clubs to the next level. That was my point. Arsenal hired Arteta knowing that it's his first job, basically. And that's why it's unfair to today. Actually, it's unfair to compare Klopp to Arteta today. I think it's very unfair. Klopp
To
had way
Arteta,
more years of
no,
experience.
but to Arsenal, yes, because if you're comparing the manager, I understand you're giving him the leeway if it's your first job. But when you're talking about the club, you cannot do that because the club made that decision to hire a rookie. You get what I mean? That's a difference.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Osam. More life to you, Fraud. Big up my man. Tevin is thanking Osam, saying happy birthday, brother Osam. Genuinely glad I've been part of your community. Although scars over the years and the bare minimum more. Wow. Yes. And I'm going to discuss it later again. If Arteta is elite, then Slot is elite. No, because Arteta kept Arsenal relevant. Slot completely fell off. My man. Slot completely fell off. You know, if Slot kept Liverpool within the title race and even didn't win the title, people would not have said that. So it's completely
What if he
wrong.
challenges next season and they go till the very end? Then will you now say will you change your mind
Liverpool?
again and
That
say
means
you
he
quit?
turned it around, but I don't see it happening. And I will say I was wrong about him. 7 years, I think Arteta has done enough to move on. You are scared of Arteta, AD. As a United fan, you're
that is
scared of
fear.
Arteta. Mikel Arteta rebuilt Arsenal from the dumps into title challengers, learned under major pressure, and now he has the first major title. This is real validation for him going forward. Everyone agrees with this. No one disagrees
fair.
with this.
That's
Everyone.
fair.
Everyone
very fair.
agrees. This is his first title, 7 years into his managerial career. Can he keep Arsenal close? We'll see next season. But I agree with you, Mama. Winter Surfer. The glazing of flawless makes me ill. I need to bring balance to this stream. So up our flawless. Happy birthday, Osam.
Big up,
yours.
Surfer, man. This guy always on my case.
I say what I mean about flawless. He's just a respectful
This
person.
guy always on my case. Big up,
You know,
Surfer,
that's the
man.
only
Yeah,
thing,
big
you
up,
know,
sir.
when you said he's a good debater and stuff and all this stuff, he's a great guy to meet and stuff. I agree. But when you say, you know, he's a respectful guy, I'm not sure about
I met him in real life, so I know that I met him in real life, so I know he's a respectful person.
Very respectful. What are we talking about? Big up,
Ashraf,
Surfer.
no, we are not. We're not calming down and being balanced. The hate went way over the line. We are free to be shameless and arrogant. Everyone, cry more.
I agree.
By the way, I
need to be shameless and arrogant.
and I didn't say you shouldn't be. I was talking about later when we're having discussions about what went wrong, what went right. But with rivals, I said release the Epstein files. I said every Epstein file you guys have on rivals, release them.
100%. I was one of those who criticized Arteta for being so rigid. I think Arteta listened to his critics in these last games. Come on, Yuguno's King Arteta. I think Arteta changed a little bit of how he plays in the last game. So you are completely correct about this. He actually, Maizo's skin in the middle. It looks
admitted
better
that,
now. EPL teams in European finals, the EPL is at its best. I think the league is at its best competitively, but I think the top teams aren't at the pump.
Yeah, I've said
in my
this.
opinion.
That's been my thing. And also the league, the other teams in Europe are not as strong. That's not to take away from
Because
the
I
Premier League.
think, like, if you are picking the best talent in the world, you would pick Bayern, PSG, Barcelona. You wouldn't pick, like, at some
Arsenal.
point,
Arsenal.
not in attack, especially in the midfield, maybe not in attack.
No,
Just
wait. I love how you changed it to suit your narrative to say What is Arsenal not great at? Not in attack. You said the best teams. The best teams, Arsenal isn't the picture. We're in the
best
Champions League
okay,
final.
can I tell you
We're
something?
Premier League champions. We were semi-finals last season. We are one of the best teams in the world.
You don't get to tell me this because I actually said you don't get you Ashraf. You don't get to fucking tell me this, right?
What do you mean?
Don't get
When
that.
have I ever
You
disagreed?
You
when
don't get
when
to
have
fucking
I-
tell me this.
When have I
You
ever
don't get
said
to
we're not
tell
one of the
me
best
this.
teams in the world?
You don't get to tell me this because all year in the
I
first
said
half of the
Arteta is
season,
not the best.
I was telling you that Arsenal are one of the best coach teams in the world, and you used to say, "More, you glaze Arteta, you over,
Stop!
you're
Stop!
overdoing it."
More!
You're
You know
absolutely a fraud.
You know when
You're
you've
a
lost the
fraud.
debate. You know when you've lost the debate. When
You're
you
a
change
fraud.
your sentence, when you change your sentence and add new words because you're like, oh shit, I just got fucked
We
by
know
my
that
previous
talent.
sentence.
We
So
know
let
what
me
I mean
change
by
the
that
sentence.
talent is attacking talent.
You added the word coach now. I never once said we're the best coach team in the world. I said we're one of the
Are
best
you the
teams
best team in the world? Are you the best team?
We're one of the best. We're one of the best in
Do
the
you
world.
have the
That's what I
best?
said.
Do you have the best talent in the world? Is Zubamendi the best talent? Is Odegaard the best talent?
We
Is
have
Eddie the
one.
best
We
talent?
have one. We
One.
have. I'll say the
One.
same.
How many?
I'll-
How many?
let-
How
yeah,
many players are? Let me ask you a straight question.
Sir, no,
No.
That's what I'm saying. This
How
is
many
what I said he
players?
did earlier. Mo asked a question. When I'm about to answer, he realizes, oh fuck, that's the wrong question because I asked him a question. He's gonna cook me for that question now. So let me change the question
You're
quickly
not gonna
before he
cook
answers.
shit, bro.
No, I am gonna cook shit because
No, you
I've been
aren't.
saying. I've been
Hey,
saying
he's
since the
questioning your
summer.
credentials.
I've been saying since the summer that we have one of the best squads in Europe. I've never
That's
once
a
faltered on that. Every week I've been saying the same thing. So
You
to
don't have
answer
the
your
be-
question, to
one of the
answer
best
your question
squads.
before you change it, to answer your question before you change it quickly, do we have one of the best squads? Yes, we have one of the best squads in Europe. There you go.
How many?
Yes.
Taka, just simple. How many players do you have are the best in the world, talent-wise, and the best in the world?
One,
The
two,
best.
three,
The best. The
yeah.
best.
No, not the best. One of the best.
The
because
best, the
is
best.
subjective,
I want the
right? The best, I would say we have two. The best for sure. But by the way, Bayern only have one player in their team that's the best in his position. And by the way, even that's a debate. Barca only have one. PSG only have one or two, maybe, let's say. So what's your point now?
Sorry?
Yalla.
Fair.
PSG
Yes.
only got one or two.
There you go.
No, 1 or 2. Ashraf, come on.
No, guys, listen. Two of the best. There's no one better than
I heard
for
what
example,
you said.
Hakimi.
I heard
For
what you
example,
said.
Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. There's no one better than them in the
Ashraf,
world, right?
I heard
That's-
what you
that's-
said. I was listening. I disagree with you.
So name me
I heard
the
what you
PSG players that are the best without
I-
a question.
Best in their
Undisputed.
position, I would say
Coutinho.
Hakimi. Say Hakimi.
Yes. Nuno
Yeah,
I would say
Mendes.
Dembele.
Mendes.
I would say KK. I would say one of the
Coutinho.
midfielders. If I had to rate,
Coutinho
best
and Jao
one.
Neves. I'm sorry, both of
I
them.
would say more Coutinho for me.
Okay, so
I
I
think
can easily
I'm
debunk
saying
that
the
quickly by
people-
saying
Hold
I
You
can
say
debunk that quickly by saying
Neves
Vitinha is
over
not
Coutinho.
undisputed.
I'm not sure about that.
Vitinha is not undisputed because I can argue Pedri might be better than Vitinha.
Well, you never
Maybe
said on that
Vitinha is
podium,
better.
though.
2-8. No. 'cause
That was
there's
most
2-8.
point, guys. You misheard it. Most said
You just
the
said
best.
best in the
No one
position.
better. Yeah, Vitinha is not the. I can
Doesn't
argue
mean
Pedri
it's
is better than
undisputed.
Vitinha.
Nacho was the best
I wouldn't say
left-sided centre.
undisputed. I wouldn't say Hakimi's undisputed. Say he's the best.
Hakimi, yeah, but you can argue Hakimi. What do you mean?
You
He
can
is the
argue
best.
for them
He's-
all, though. You can argue for most of the time.
I wanna go to the Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. Very, very important conversation we wanna have. It is so hard to judge if you snap your finger and 19 teams suddenly have League Two players. The same shit Martinelli today would be called work class.
I don't think there is a world in which Martinelli is world class, even against League Two.
Big up Sunra for gifting 10 membership. If you became a member, you know who to thank. Sunra, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate you, my man.
Arsenal fans feeling generous.
City pool title races, other top clubs were nowhere. So does that cheapen their titles?
I kept the same energy for both seasons. I think
Yeah.
the Premier League is getting better. I don't think it's getting
People
worse.
always trying to downplay it. I don't cheapen it whatsoever. If you win the league title, you was the best. It's not your fault, the level of the league.
That was the
Damn.
Salah
No
League
more-
title.
Every top team lost to low and mid teams. The moment it got closed, all of a sudden felt, oh, City can win now all matches, and forgot about everything before that. Just assumptions across time. I disagree with you because I actually think that at that time, City had momentum more than Arsenal.
Which is
At
true.
that time.
Yeah.
That is true. That we're not going to change the history of April and March here. No
And a
manager
fixed 11
now.
as well.
No manager now is inheriting the mess Arteta did 100%. Do you think? Quickly, Shaz, just a question. Do you think
No,
Alonso
I
is,
think-
is inheriting a big mess like what Arteta did?
I mean,
No, that means the answer is no.
no, I'm
if you
thinking
think-
relative to where I thought we would be. You could call it a mess, but relative to where the league is, probably not. Like
Okay,
in the
fair
league, you saw a team last year finished 15th, and they're now looking to push on to challenge the league next season within literally less than a year. So why would I come out and say we're in a mess and we can't do the same thing? There's no evidence.
I
to prove
think-
we can't. But
I think Carrick.
there's 5 left, and then we'll talk about Man United. 6
go on,
years
go
thing
on,
is
yeah.
hindsight. When he came in, I knew fans that were contemplating never seeing a league again in their lifetime. If you told me back then we'd win the Premier in 6 years, I would call you crazy. A lot of people thought that even you won't even go to Champions League, let alone a Champions League final and being a league winner. A lot of people don't think that. So things change, actually. Mike, you're right. This was Arteta's first job as a coach. That's respond to Wes. 100%. It's a choice from Arsenal.
Yeah. That's praise for
Most
Arteta,
Arsenal
but not for the
trophies,
club.
more waffles. Come on, you Gunners. All right, mate. Congratulations to you. Mo, you expect objective talk from fans just post-match and use that for argument. In most cases, it won't be. Look, your Inter live. You objective there. I'm always objective. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm always objective. Even when I scream and yell, I'm always objective. Rank or Premier League winners teams from 04 to 26. That's a big, like, what?
Bro, this is
I
a whole
respect
show.
you. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
respect you so much. You're I know. Thank you so much for the $5, but you're expecting us here.
At
to
least
rank
Momo,
every
at least
single team.
Mo, at least give him the
04
top
to
5.
26.
At least give him the top 5 just for his super chat. Just for his super
That's
chat, give him
just
the top
funny.
3
Why
or
do
top
you
5.
listen?
I'm gonna give my opinion. Top 5.
Yeah, that's
Top 5.
mad,
My
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
From
Quickly,
04?
just for his super chat. Yeah.
I can't
There's an obvious top 5 in
I
my
think
I think it's quite easy.
Centurion 1, Invincible 2, I think 99 Klopp 3rd, Mourinho's 04, 05 4th in my opinion. And I think Man United 07, 08 when they won the champs and the
08
Premier
for
League
me
and
as well.
Cristiano
Premier League.
Ronaldo
Yeah, the
and
double,
Cristiano won
double.
Ballon d'Or. That was a ridiculous
Yeah.
team in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's a
It
quality
was,
side.
yeah.
Like,
It
because
was.
that
I
was
don't
these are
mind
top
Liverpool's
5.
team. By the way, Sam, I don't mind Liverpool's team from the first
Like
one.
99 points is fucking crazy, guys. Like
The Klopp
99
one was
points is
insane.
fucking
Yeah.
The
crazy.
Klopp one
as
was
well.
crazy.
I
I
think-
like Mane,
I-
Salah.
I think the 07, 08 United is better than the treble United, honestly.
I agree with that. I'm not.
Okay. So now, who can
07, 08 Man United are better than treble for me as well. I think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were fucking
Yeah,
agree.
they were
insane.
so good, man. They were
So
so
now
good.
the
99 side is
Arsenal-
ridiculous,
Can I
yeah.
ask a
That
question?
version of Ronaldo for me is like
Impossible.
the craziest.
And
version
Rooney
of
as well.
Ronaldo.
Rooney was mental, man.
No, but for me, Ronaldo. Listen, we have to say the truth. That version of Ronaldo was the best version of a winger I've seen in Premier League history. That one season, there is no one ever like who was like that, including
That's true,
Salah
bro.
last year, including any winger you want. Like that was
Yeah.
just next level shit.
The question is, a lot of people don't rate Arsenal team as a team. A lot of people think that Arteta isn't like a Pep or a Jurgen Klopp in terms of the number of points, the amount of games they can win. Now that Chelsea has Alonso and they promised him actually a good window, now that Man United has Carrick, Man United look like they're doing a good moves. Maresca with Man City, so that the boogeyman, Pep Guardiola, is gone. Who can actually challenge Arsenal to win the league next season, or Arsenal are just outright favorites to win the league next season?
The currently has constructed their outright favorites.
Yeah, until
But
things
recruitment's
change.
going to be key for everyone. But if you look, as everybody is constructed right now, take Pep from.
No, but
City
I'm not
and
taking
everyone else.
everybody as constructed now because Carrick already Man United. You know, Man United already like doing moves about like signing players. Chelsea.
What are the moves though?
It's big moves. It looks like you're gonna sign at least 150 million pound midfielders.
I'm with you. We just have to go out and do it though. I'm not saying we won't.
So
do it.
if
I
you
think
go
we
out
will.
and do what the reports are saying, do you think you get closer to Arsenal with Carrick?
Yes, we get closer. Yes. Whether that's challenging or not, I don't know. That's a big step. And I don't know if Carrick is the guy for that. I don't know.
Mo,
He's
I'm
done
actually.
better than expected currently.
I've got a mini hot take. I agree
Go
with
on.
Ashraf's doubts. Meaning, if they play the same style of football, I can see them like dropping a 5-10%. And
Yeah.
by default, if Man United, like Flawless is saying, increase and they sign even not the 120 million pound players, but a decent amount of players they need, let's say 3. I don't think Chelsea's in the conversation for title challenging. Then I think it will narrow the gap and create a title.
Why
race.
you don't think Chelsea are? Alonso's a league winner. Alonso
You know
coached
what it
Real
is?
Madrid.
I've been thinking about
And-
this because both
Go ahead.
times, 2 seasons in a row now, Chelsea was in the title race for half the season. So
Okay.
to say Chelsea are a completely trash club would be disingenuous for me to say. The reason why I don't
I completely disagree with that notion that Chelsea are just shit.
Yeah, but the reason why I disagree with my point on potentially winning the league or title challenging is because we would need essentially a bigger squad to fill in the gaps for players who are aggressive. At the moment in time, we've got no competition in our squad. There's none. Like we have a first 11 and our bench is completely lowered in quality. Whereas Arsenal,
I disagree. I disagree with this completely as well. We can go through it.
You haven't seen it for me to say otherwise.
How?
You haven't seen
You
it.
have a very competent midfield in Enzo Caicedo, Lavia,
But who's
Andre
understudies?
Santos, Andre Santos, Palmer, João Pedro can play the 10.
Their attack is awful though. Their attack is terrible. Let's
Here
be
you go.
It's not enough,
Their
man. It's not
attack
enough.
consists of a number 10 that we know is capable of stuff in Palmer. We have seen it before. They have a João Pedro. They have
João Pedro,
2 right
yes.
wingers that are very capable. In my opinion, Estevao and Neto are very capable.
Neto is capable.
If Arsenal can win with Martinelli and Madueke,
You know
will,
what?
like,
Valid point.
bro,
Why?
No,
Broski,
it's the
it's
manager.
all about
They're
it's
not
all about
starters.
it's
Why
all
do you
about
keep talking about
utilization.
that?
It's
They're
all
not
about
starters.
utilization.
It is-
It's all about
no, it is.
utilization. And I'm
It
not
is.
saying that Neto is Broski. Neto isn't a rubbish player. Neto is a very serviceable player if it's used
I
correctly.
agree with you.
He has ability.
When
So,
the
so,
rest
you,
are
so
left-
you mean Neto as a backup only, right? Not as a starter, correct?
yeah, I'm saying not
I
as a
don't
starter,
think he
Ashraf,
should be
that's
the
what I'm saying.
starter, to be honest. Yes, But
Okay,
because
yeah,
I have to have the same energy. Martinelli shouldn't be a starter for Arsenal. Neto should be at the start.
And he isn't
No,
a
no,
starter,
he-
and Madueke isn't a starter, which is why
I
it's a
would
fair
agree.
comparison, yeah.
I think, for example, Arsenal's attack has loads of, let's say, 7 out of 10s, other than Saka. But because the utilization of the players and the style of play, they're able to get over the line. With Chelsea, I think you could do a similar thing. If Xabi Alonso implements a good style of football, it works to the players. With Maresca, it worked to a certain degree. We achieved what we needed to achieve last season. Nobody was complaining. He leaves, it goes to pot. So the manager makes a huge difference. Where I don't think we'll be in the title race is we haven't shown across the season to be consistent enough to even get top
But
4.
Arsenal in
top
21-22,
four last season
Arsenal
was on the
showed
last day.
nothing.
Huh?
Chess. Arsenal showed nothing in 21-22. Nothing. Arsenal actually bottled top 4 at the end of the season.
Exactly.
to
So me
Antonio Conte's
predicting
Spurs.
that I won't see it is probably in the same train of thought as that. Because you didn't predict that either.
The same. This is why I was talking on the terrace about this. That people that say that their only argument is Chelsea are rubbish, Man United are rubbish. They don't want to even discuss it. Well, if we said the same about Arsenal in 21-22, but Arsenal challenged the year after.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
rubbish.
but
there are-
you know what the thing-
There
you
are
know what the thing is?
there
That's
is
the same
there is
point
a
on that.
world. I think there is a world next
I don't
season.
want to lose this thought. No difference is when they were making those moves at the time, Ben White, nobody foresaw it being how good it is now. Meaning those
Yeah,
pieces they were
that's
putting in, nobody was sitting there going, "Oh, by the way, Ches, in 6 years' time, he's going to be a piece to why they win the league." No one was thinking that. So we don't know. To Flawless's point, he might sign a £50 million player next season, this summer, and that might be the difference. We don't know. Like until it happens, we can speculate all we want. Arsenal could have not won this league this season. We could be here next season saying the same thing. They can do it. They can do it.
But analyzing your team, I think you have a lot of title
Bro, it's just-
challenging
it's too hard to
material
predict, I'm
players.
telling
A
you.
lot.
I mean,
I think
you've been
Liverpool-
getting longer than
I-
me. You've watched football longer than me, Mo. Especially in the Premier League.
Really?
It's too hard to predict. It's a stupid answer.
It is
But
very
like-
hard. But actually, I think it's disingenuous to just rule someone out
No one thought Liverpool would fall off
without
this much.
wouldn't
like,
discussing
for
it.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhat
I wouldn't
different
rule anybody out, but to say they can't, like I said, with
predict
with
it's
Carrick,
hard.
it's the unknown with him. I can't sit
Carrick
here
is
and say,
strange. Carrick is a strange thing.
I can't
because
sit here and say to
I
you,
can't.
Carrick's
I
the
don't
guy.
know. I don't know. Carrick, like half a sample size of a season is for me.
Exactly.
I don't know. He looks
That's my
okay.
point.
He looks okay. But
That's-
maybe
Mo,
next
since
season
you say
with
you can't
Champions
rule
League-
people out, why did you give United a 0% chance of winning the league next season?
because I don't think that Man United will win the league. I think they might challenge. Winning the league is different.
Okay. What
You
percentage?
know the
chance you give
difference.
Chelsea
You
of
know the
winning
difference
league?
between. Go ahead.
What percentage chance you give Chelsea of winning the league?
As of now, I don't think that Chelsea can win the league 0. I think.
طب you've already ruled 2 out.
I actually think the league next season. Do you want honesty? As of now, I actually think that Arsenal are outright favourites, even with the same style of play. Outright
No,
I
favourites.
agree.
I disagree with
Given as
Give him
of today,
Pep
what we
leaving.
know,
Give him Pep is leaving.
No, not staying style of play. That's Sam and Mo. The way
Same
they
style of
this
play.
season,
Same style of play.
يا أخي,
you
forget
could
style of
argue the
play.
margins
Here's
played
the
for
thing.
it, but
As things stand, what we know, City with Enzo Maresca, I like him. I think he's a very good coach. I would have taken it to Liverpool. So he's very good. But it's normal to have a bit of a drop off after Pep. Liverpool keeping Arne Slot. Chelsea, too many question marks. Man United, too many question marks. As things
100%.
stand, Arsenal are just the favorites, even if they just
I
run
agree
it.
with that.
It's like I agree with this.
It's simple.
Do I rule out
Yeah.
surprises to happen of Man United? Like, especially to be honest with you, you guys know the closest one I think that can challenge out of all the teams, right? It's
Go on.
Chelsea. It's Chelsea
Oh, Samo,
because of the man. You know,
No,
and there is a
no,
mess.
no.
There is. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's
They got one
because
game
of
a
the
week.
manager. Because of the manager.
the
One
manager's
game
a
a
bit
week?
different.
Yeah,
Because of
yeah,
the
but the
manager.
manager needs
The
tools.
manager
The
is a
manager
big-
needs tools, though.
Okay, hold on. If Chelsea continue with the same trajectory of signing these young players, they won't succeed. But I'm going based on the briefs and the media and Sky Sports saying that Xabi Alonso isn't joining as a coach. He is going to be the manager. Chelsea are giving him power in the transfer window. Chelsea promised him signing. Are they truthful or not? Are yet to be seen. But that is
It's a
what
different
everyone
thing.
was briefed. That is
Samo,
what
to be
everyone
fair,
was
even with
briefed.
the brief,
He ain't the coach. He's the
best I've
manager.
heard- the best I've heard
Right?
is experienced players. That doesn't necessarily mean older.
Yes, but do I think that Chelsea team is better than the Liverpool team or the Man United team? I actually think, based on raw, if you're telling me flat out,
I think we are
I
better
think they
than,
are close. They
I
aren't
think
as
we are
far.
better than Man United.
Chelsea actually have enough depth.
I think. Yeah,
Wait,
I
do you think
the
Chelsea's
last-
better than Liverpool, Stress?
No. I said Man United. I think the last
Yeah, that I
What?
agree with.
since Rosinia's come in, it's completely like marred how everyone views Chelsea. Basically, like everyone thinks we're literally a mid-table, lower team who can't get Europa League. Prior to that, Maresca leaving, we were 2 out wins out of 7. I think we were still like 3rd in the league.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we're definitely not as far off. Where I have a problem is, and even me being a blue co-winner, is my patience wearing thin where you just need to be consistent and have a stability in the team.
Oh shit, you're blue
Xabi
coming.
Alonso- I've always been this way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
we ain't
Chelsea,
smoked, so I didn't know this. Yeah, we haven't smoked. That's
Yeah.
why.
Look, Ashraf, I literally said,
Carry.
no, Ashraf, flawless. I've said this is my last summer. Ironically, if you haven't met me, it's my last summer. I've said I'll back them to make the right decision. Now we've got Xabi Alonso. Definitely.
But can I just ask why?
Like,
Why have you backed
definitely.
them so far? Like, what
Okay,
what have
well-
you seen that you
No,
think?
Jez
Yeah.
actually said on the football terrace he would be proven right if they improve next season. So if
Because
they
I
finish
don't, I
sixth,
don't think we're gonna get mid-table or 10th next season. That's why I said that.
But you
Anyway,
don't, Ches, you don't
Yeah.
think they dropped
they
the
finish
ball the last 2
sixth or
seasons?
seventh next
Ashraf, the reason
season.
why
improvement.
the reason why previously
Yeah.
I backed them, to be very quick, kind of people don't care about sub story, is because prior to this season, we've actually factually progressed every single year. When Rowan was leaving, we were regressing in the league, despite the UCL papering over the cracks, which everyone now admits has papered over the cracks at Chelsea Football Club. I don't think off the pitch they've made terrible decisions, other than the fact that the amount of young players they've signed has meant they've had to sell your own club, for example. But the actual premise of it is actually a good idea. They've executed it terribly. So I've given them opportunities to rectify that. For example, this year, signing Alonso is a chance for you to rectify the bad choices of Rosinior, for example. Like
Yeah.
straightening the books to sell the dead wood kind of covers the fact you signed all the players in the first place, right? We kind of sell well. So prior to the season, I haven't had a reason like Quest and Kojos say similar to me to say, oh, I want them gone. Now, if we keep going the way we're going, this trajectory, then obviously I'm going to change my opinion. So I've given them one last summer to see
Fair.
what they're about. Because no one could tell me last summer, if I said we're going to be in a title race or challenge for the league, nobody here was disagreeing with me. No one was saying to me, you're crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? So now we're not there. It's easy in hindsight. Our Chelsea's deluded. Why'd you back them? But back then, even like Mo was saying it, we could be in a title race. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, before the
very
transfer
simple.
window and the shit that happens,
Yeah.
yes, like the The transfer window that they did was
The
horrendous.
transfer was
Like,
horrendous.
it was terrible. It was terrible. It was literally terrible. They
I
were
got my
linked to
channel
good
already
players.
like a 5.
I think it was the
Or 4.
worst transfer window of all Premier League teams. I'm not gonna lie. It was
Like I
so
didn't
bad.
understand. I understand the reason to spend 90
Except
million
Joao Pedro.
pounds on
Except
two
Joao Pedro.
players like Garnacho and Gittins. Where Man United
Yeah.
go and get Mbuemo and Cunha. Like
I
I
rate
didn't
it,
understand it. Like how did the Man United, that Champions League, are going to get Mbuemo and Cunha, and your investments are let's go get Gittins.
But I
And you
understand
know
the
what?
rationale.
Let's take Garnacho of Man
The
United
rationale
so they
does
can
make-
go
the
and get
rationale
Cunha.
does
And I'm
make
like,
sense.
what?
The rationale made sense at the time, as bad as it sounds. It's
It
because
didn't.
they-
It did. In
their
your head,
model
it
in
did.
their- bro,
It
their
makes sense
model
No, it
in
in
your
didn't
their
make
head.
sense because me and
It
Mo
didn't
called it
make
out in the
sense,
summer.
Shaz. It
Wait,
didn't
guys, let
make
him
sense.
explain.
I
Let him
don't think-
explain.
I wouldn't have
Let him
done it.
explain.
I wouldn't have done that. But I'm
So why do
saying
you say it makes
from
sense then?
up until that point, their model was
Mhm.
vindicated by the fact we kept on progressing with the right manager. The manager we all laughed at. The manager Sam was saying,
That's
"Who's
because
that
you
guy?"
signed. But that's because
Huh?
you signed players that. But that's because you signed players that were deemed quality, like Neto and
Ashraf,
stuff.
who did we sign?
Garnacho, everyone
summer
knew it's
before
a
we
flop.
came fourth in the league. Who did we sign? Do you remember?
Neto.
KDHs. Would you say that's a
But
great
that's
signing?
just one. But
No, but
then
that's
who
my
else?
point.
No, their
we
window
trans-
was actually not
Possible on the
great.
free.
They signed Gui, they signed Giwi,
Yeah,
they signed KDH, they
and
signed
we still
Neto.
got top 4, beat PSG, and won the trophy we should have won. By the way, with a manager that people on this panel were like, "Who's that guy?" And now who would say they would take?
Yeah, but we
Good
we
point.
disagreed. Listen, I said before, for the good of football, that model has to fail. And finally,
Yeah, that's why
alhamdulillah,
they're
it
tweaking
failed.
it. So that's why
Alhamdulillah,
I've
it
always backed
failed.
them. I've always backed
Now
them because I
I'm
knew they
being
would
I'm
change it.
correct. The model has
vindicated
failed
No,
of
now,
no,
Chelsea.
you are correct.
Yeah.
You are
No, I
correct.
am
You're
vindicated,
vindicated.
because I want Chelsea to be better, because I think it's better for everyone that Chelsea is good, in my opinion. Chelsea good means the
They
league
have
is
a big
better.
fan base online. They do. Yeah, big presence. I hear it,
Yeah,
but-
of course. For me, but I think that Chelsea, people that actually say that Chelsea team is rubbish, Levi Colwill, Hato, Kukurea, Malagusto, Reece James, Fofana's not bad, Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo,
he
Palmer,
can go far,
Andre
bro.
Santos, they're good. They're not bad players.
No, they're not bad. It's
The
just on the
attack-
manager to get the best out of him.
The manager.
Oh my
and
That's
God.
remember-
it.
I just saw your 2024-2025 summer signings. Joao Felix, KDH, Philip Jorgensen, Omari Kellyman, Mike Penders. Oh my God. And these are all
Exact-
20 million
and
plus.
Ashraf, that's what I'm saying. The manager, with his system, managed to get that team fourth in the
That
league.
means the
2 points
manager
behind-
was so good then. The manager
There
was
we
incredible.
go. 2 points behind Arsenal. Do you get my point? Like, that's why when we look at the season now and just, Chelsea, when Dom was getting cut saying we're close, at that time, no one was saying otherwise.
Can I ask
It
you
was
something,
funny,
guys?
But
Yeah,
It's
can I
mad.
ask you? Is anyone counting Liverpool in this?
yes,
Without
I
his
think they'll
slot,
be.
no.
I think they'll be there.
If they sack Slot, yeah.
If
Which
they
They'll-
sack
they'll
Slot,
sack- I think they'll sack him.
They got a shot, yes, but without any slot, no. They're not doing
What if
anything.
they get what like it depends on what manager? What if they get another manager that is like an Areola or something like
If
this?
they
Are
get a
you
good
counting
manager,
them?
they got a shot.
Yeah, Iraola is a fantastic.
Yeah, I think he's a good
coach.
coach.
Oh my
man.
God.
I think he's
They
a
got
good
good, yeah, if they
We
get a
take
good
them to the
manager.
I
next
like
Called
him,
me
actually.
crazy when I said I'd take Raiola. Now everyone knows.
Yeah, like bro,
Fantastic, man.
Areola is a great coach. I actually think the team is lacking.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
agree
need
with you, yeah.
improvement.
Yeah,
All
they need
that-
signings.
Mo,
They
and
need
apparently
signings.
Alisson's leaving. Is Alisson leaving?
Oh
said
yeah,
he's
by the
leaving.
way, news this morning about Alisson. I want him to go to Juventus and all this
Is he
stuff.
going? Is he leaving?
Alisson
He
looks like
wants
he's going,
to,
bro.
but Liverpool, but Liverpool are an idiot, guys, right? They aren't gonna just let Alisson go without having a contingency plan. Like they aren't just idiots.
Right,
They
they
don't
got
The
have-
Remember
thing, no,
Remember
actually,
that's
we are
Philly, no?
idiots. We are idiots because the bald bastard is still here. The
That
thing
is very
is,
true also.
yeah, we are idiots. The thing is, I think for next season, I don't know. At this moment in time, I don't know who is going to sign for who. We said the same thing about Chelsea and Xabi Alonso. Like, it just depends what they do in the summer. You know, if they fuck up Alonso's summer, then what's the point of getting Alonso? You know, you look at Man United, we don't know how they will. And for the 100th time, you know, if Flawless is honest, he'll say this because, you know, obviously they will hear it coming from a Liverpool fan and they'll get mad directly without listening to what I'm saying. A Man United manager under pressure is different than a Man United manager without pressure. Let's not
True.
compare Carrick in the last 3 months to what is expected next season. Because
Yeah.
already, respectfully,
Mm.
Man United fans are talking about challenging already. So now
Yeah.
they are gonna like literally talk about every word he says in the press conference. They are gonna psychoanalyze every post-match interview. You're gonna have Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Scholes, and all the United pundits chat shit. the entirety of the season in the media. People need to understand Mourinho couldn't handle this pressure. Van Gaal couldn't handle this pressure. Many managers crumble. Louis Van Gaal's army. Remember that press conference when
That's
Louis
they
Van Gaal
tried
went
telling me
mad?
he had pressure.
Remember
to
the
come
press
in for the
conference when
season.
Mourinho went like three for the Premier League, 3 for me, 3 for the rest. Like, Mourinho himself couldn't handle the pressure.
He got rattled. He got
So
rattled.
let's see. Can Michael Carrick handle it? Can they do another good transfer window? And the other major question, I have a big sample size, guys. This is not hatred. This is facts. Since Alex Ferguson left Man United in the 13-year period, Man United have been incapable of doing a title race and Europe at the same time.
We've been incapable.
The
of
Habibi
doing
Man
it.
United haven't been in a title race with or without Europe. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
There you go.
We've
So they haven't even been
incapable of
able
doing
to
anything.
handle. Like, my point is, every time with European football, Man United have lost a bit. These players are all good
21
players.
is incoming.
Ya akhi, Mbuemo is a good player. Cunha is a good player. Bruno is a good player. No one is saying that Mainu. No one is saying any of these are bad players. But ya akhi, there is a difference between going to the Bernabeu on a Wednesday and then having to go to Brentford away on a Sunday versus, hey guys, let's rest up for the next 3 days. See you on training on Tuesday. Habibi, life is going to be different. There's too many question marks. The thing with my club, I'm Slot out and I want the manager gone. And I think certain players aren't good enough. But at least the players are used to playing 2 games a week. At least some players have been in title race before. At least some players are Premier League champions. So some at least will bring that experience through the door. So I just think with my club, it's just a safer bet as things stand. Now, keeping Arne Slot is the wrong decision, but it's just safer given all these things that I've said. And by the way, I think Chelsea could be closer than Man United only if they have a good window. If Bluco fuck it again, don't expect me or Mo to do Chelsea prop. You have to do good window. You know, you cannot tell me Garnacho, Gittins, bro. By the way, Mo always mentions this. Chelsea were the first club this summer linked to Ekitike. Don't act like there aren't young players in Europe who could also take your club the next step. Did we tell you to sign Garnacho? Me and Mo laughed. Gittins.
Nah, it's ridiculous. It's mad, man.
By
I'm
the
not
way,
fuming,
Pep is confirmed to be leaving. By the way, just David Ornstein.
Oh.
By the
Yeah,
way,
like,
it doesn't shock me if City win it
even
next
though,
season
yeah,
with
even-
Maresca. Just so you
Yeah,
guys know.
even though yesterday, Pep was like, I still have 1 year. I still have 1 year. It's now if David Ornstein and Fabrizio Bus tweeted that Enzo Maresca is preparing for next season, that is confirmed that Pep is gone. So he ain't. So he was just upset yesterday for some reason. And I see no one calling his antics on the sideline, like what they call Arteta when he squared to the referee yesterday, Pep Guardiola. But no one said anything because it's not Arteta, of course, because they hate Arteta. Can we all agree referees need to improve next year?
That's
Hell
every,
will
that's,
freeze
that's
before
every
But
year.
that's from
That's
ages
every
ago.
year.
Yeah, that's
That is every single year I've been
To be honest
watching
with
the
you,
Premier League.
My man, Dali, it depends who you support. If you are City, cry more. If you're Arsenal, Liverpool, yes. If you're Man United, yes. If you're a City fan, no, cry more.
Because you
Right?
told
Like-
me to cry more. So
Because you told everyone on earth to cry more. Everyone on earth to cry more. So it depends. My man, he said, challenge Arsenal, outright favorites. Good joke. They barely limped their way to the title. Pep leaving gives top half teams a level playing field.
no, it's not a level
yes,
playing field.
you're right. You're right. V33 next season, guys, because Pep is gone. Brighton have a really good chance to win the league now. Brentford have a really good chance to. What kind
Hey,
of
Ashraf.
stupid?
I'm
point
sensing
is that?
sarcasm.
Yes, 100%.
Sarcasm City TV, like, subscribe.
I will say this though. I will say this. Outside the Big Six, while I don't think they will win the league or they can win the league, but a team that can challenge maybe till March or so is Villa if they make the right steps. But it's very difficult for a team like Villa to make the right steps because I don't think they'll be able to attract that kind
Man
of talent.
United and Chelsea are more likely to challenge than Villa. Allow it.
Yeah, in regards to it,
yeah,
yes,
Chelsea,
Pep leaving
Chelsea,
does make it.
Bro, Emery is a cup manager, guys. We've seen this. When
I
How long
understand, but
that-
I'm saying I understand, guys. But I'm saying because first of all, last season they made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, not by fluke. They've maintained that top 7 status for a couple of years now. They haven't dropped off like Newcastle. Newcastle went off completely. These guys have stayed there.
Bro, how many people are gonna vote? 600 votes. Can we actually get to 500 likes live? We still have 900 people here. Guys, hit that like button.
Everyone tapped in, man. We hit the like
Bro,
button.
come on.
Yeah,
Come
in
on.
regards to it,
By the way,
definitely,
Ches,
definitely
how many times are you gonna do how many seasons are you gonna do the underdog gimmick, Ches? Like until when?
And the moment you think of the
How
underdog,
long is it gonna go for? Like how long is it gonna go for? We're underdogs, we're not in the picture, blah blah blah. How long?
I've changed my approach. I've gone from like being, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm the underdog. I think
Chest
it works.
out, we're close to Arsenal to like we're underdogs. This
Yeah,
is
but like, yeah, Arsenal did it. They won the league. Liverpool did.
Chelsea
they won the league.
guy, but it doesn't change. Chelsea were washed. Yes, Bournemouth took points of Man City, Arsenal, United, also Fulham, Brighton, Leeds, Everton took points of you as well. So washed. Chelsea
That was the
are
question
washed.
earlier.
By the way, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just for everyone that say Chelsea washed, you give leeway to Man United with Amorim and Ten Hag and Liverpool with Slot, but you never do it for Chelsea. People say that Chelsea are shit, but they had Rosenior as a manager and Dan Potts. So how am I sitting here
they have
like,
decent
and why when I mention Chelsea players are not bad, they say, no, but they are bad now. But if I said that about Man United, your response is directly Ten Hag and Amorim and Liverpool slot tax. Why nobody says the same for Chelsea? I don't understand.
Bias because United are third and Chelsea United.
Because by the way, Caicedo was one of the best, Enzo was one of the best, Palmer was one of the best. All of these people were one of the best. But now, absolute cap by Osam, like the uppercase shit. We got second and Europa with Jose, but you didn't challenge. We were challenging in 2017. We have juggled multiple competitions before. Carrick is the guy.
Challenge the
this is a lie.
season.
This is a lie. This is a lie.
First of all, 2017 is when
2017
Conte
was
won
the
the
year Conte
league. It
won
was
the league,
like,
right?
yes,
Wasn't that the year
correct.
Conte won the league?
Correct. Yeah, they finished top four, but they did challenge.
Hey, you know what? I'm with you. Right or wrong, I'm with you because you are 10 toes down waving the United flag. I'm with you.
That's
Man's in the
bro.
trenches.
You didn't challenge since Fergie left you. You haven't challenged a single season. Like you haven't even not one.
People
season.
count that season as a challenge. That is literally
that is
the
mad.
opposite of a challenge.
I'm with you, man. Keep cooking, keep waving the flag, man. I'm with
Wasn't
you.
like a 20-point difference or something stupid like that.
They finished second, 18 points behind Man City.
18 points.
We gotta dot all the I's and cross all the T's and do all the numbers, man. We don't have to do all that, man. We ain't gotta do all that.
Second in the tower race. What logic is that?
AB, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
From Guardiola leaving to getting a guard of honor. Yeah, Arsenal are going to get the guard of honor from Crystal Palace in the last game of the season.
You don't have to ask Glasner all the dumbass questions.
Stupid question.
Honestly, bro.
Yeah. I want to thank everyone that joined us, of course. Sarcasm City TV, of course. Ashraf Talks Ball and Shez. Of course, all the channels are in the description. And you know the drill, guys. You go and support. But this will take you to Sam's birthday and the watch along for the Europa League with Unai Emery. Do you want Villa to win, by the way?
No, it'd be nice.
Now that Chelsea are out of it, I don't care.
It gets Bournemouth for UCL.
Yeah, now that Chelsea.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, if they win, go sixth place. That's Sam heard what you said.
Oh, okay. Then big up Villa. Come on, Villa. Because now I'm a Bournemouth fan for life, bro. Come on, Villa. Let's get Bournemouth a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
That's good because
this will take you to Osama's watch along, guys. Go and support, of course. I will see you guys then. And we're out of here, people.
Big up.